what's up, guys? Happy Monday. Enjoying my card collection and hosting hot slab breaks and the Poke Shuffles. All right, so let's hit save on that. Poke Shuffles were the top seller in the last stream, so they make it in the title today. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Monday. Oh, we love Monday. At here, we're going live for Monday morning. All right. You know what I did? I took my sneezing handkerchief out of here, and now it's in the other room. I should have brought it in here. I don't know where I put it last. All right, there we go. So I'm still getting terrible allergies. It is allergy season for me, and I was just sneezing my head off like a second ago, dude. You missed it. I was just like 12 sneezes in a row. Horrible. Like my eyes are puffy. It's terrible, guys. It's weird because the trees aren't even in bloom, so it's got to be the pine trees or something, right? There's a lot of pine trees out where I live. All right, so this is open. Let's get the secret menu open as well. My browser reset because there was a laptop update, and every time it does that, it closes all of my browsers, and it forces me to have to like reset everything. It's kind of annoying. We're going to put this here, and then we're going to grab our email. Let's go ahead and pull this video out. You can see I made this Bowser, the thumbnail, Joker Bowser, because he's so close. I mean, it's just like 20, he's $20 and he's 3 spots away. He can finish very fast. Hey, what's up, Mr. Choi? How's it going, man? Kamane also had bad allergies, did he? Not anymore. Let's see. So that's the main video. Here's this. Let's go ahead and turn the iPad on. Good. Booba-dooby-doopy-doo. Doo-booba-dooba-doo. All right, whatever. It was like, you didn't install the latest thing. I know. I don't care. The iPad's always got like an update. It's so annoying, dude. You need to update. Let's see. Ooh, what's this music? It's like off tune. All right. Yeah, it's like an off-tune version of this song. Weird. So we're okay. There we go. We're opening up the stream. I've got a stuffy nose. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Stop! Oh my God! I just want to open up the chat. This is terrible. How do I close this? Okay, here we go. So we're going to pop out chat. There we go. Good. What's up, guys? Happy Monday. We got Troy Malice, Christopher Hunter, Ryan Shapiro, Ivan. Hey, what's up, Ivan Rodriguez? Troy Malice, who already said his name. Silver Ranger, Edward Cornelio, and Mr. Mike Sides here. Take some Claritin. And Mr. Arbin, and Mr. Resendez, and Mr. Thomas Palmer. Hey, guys. How's it going? Here's our usual daily live stream. Great place to come in, have conversation. We can talk about anything you want. We can talk about the Iran war if you want. We talk a little bit about it in the Discord server. We can talk about it here if you want. We can talk Pokemon. We can talk about the new games coming out, the starters. Been a lot of memes since the reveal of the new, Gen, what are they, 9? What Gen is it? Gen 10? Been a lot of memes since the reveal of the Gen 10 starters. And I'm not going to lie, it looks like people like them. So, I think maybe the original reveal of them, you were just sort of like, wait, this is like, I've seen all these before. But maybe there's a bit of nuance to it all, and that becomes more apparent over time. But, yeah, you don't see as much negativity on the starters now. When they first revealed, there was a lot of negativity. I hope the new Pokemon has cooler Pokemon. Ah, yes. Now people like them. Well, after I saw them initially, I was like, what's most important is what they evolve into. So whatever they evolve into, I hope it's good stuff. I hope it looks good. So I'm holding out on truly judging them until we see all the evolutions. But people have noticed the green one looks like the Angry Bird. The dog looks like it's out of Undertale. There's a dog in Undertale that looks just like him. And I guess the gecko looks like something from Littlest Pet Shop. Oh my God, my eye is so itchy. Oh my gosh. It's the allergies. They're so horrible. Every stream is an allergy stream these days. All right, last night I worked my booty cheeks off. I worked till like 2 a.m. in the morning nonstop, and I was working on submissions. The PSA submission's basically done. I'm just adding some of my own cards into it to finish it off, but it is done. And then we're doing some other stuff too, probably a PSA booster pack submission finally, and then probably a tag submission. And there's also a BGS submission that needs to go out. But I was doing some pretty important work last night that props all of that stuff up. Let's set these down here. I got some slabs to price up for you guys. Oops. Okay, we are running low on slabs. You know that, right? You guys bought so many slabs that we are running low pretty badly. Malaysia is a Muslim country, and currently Europe and America hate Muslims because they have dark skin. Man, that's a lot of assumptions right there, Mr. Is it Gilaif? So do you think it was a brave idea for Nintendo to choose Malaysia as the region for the new Pokemon? I didn't know they chose Malaysia. Here we are. To tell you the truth, I don't think most Americans know very much about Malaysia at all. I don't know anything about Malaysia. Do you guys know anything about Malaysia? I don't think Americans have an opinion on Malaysia. It's like a country we never hear about. It's like Indonesia. We don't hear a lot about that one either. It exists, but it's not a country Americans think a great deal about. And I don't think all Americans hate Muslims. I think that there are some stereotypes, some negative stereotypes. And but I think America is actually a pretty open-minded country, believe it or not. I know that's hard to believe, but it's like some countries are really closed-minded. America is a generally open-minded country. And then, you know, again, brown skin is like America's a pretty mixed country, too. So it's like I think that's a lot of negative assumptions about America. We are. All right. How do I check how long I have on a bag, says Rooster. Well, usually we put a date on the bag based on when it was first created, and you have 1 year from that point on to get the bag shipped out. So you get 1 year long. I can look the bag up for you if you want. Look at all these Rayquazas, man. Do you guys love these? Look at these Rayquazas. So we canceled the Rayquaza break. There was only one guy in it, and to be honest, I don't mind holding it. There wasn't any enthusiasm for poor little Rayquaza. People were like, nah, pass. I don't know why. I think it's a fantastic card. But again, that's why I don't mind just stopping the break and saving it for a future date when he'll probably just be more expensive in the future. That's some hot Rayquazas right there. I might have to acquire more of them. All right. Okay. I do have an SGC Rayquaza. We could put him up for sale probably. People start yelling they want a specific card for break, but never buy in. Well, they didn't ask for that one, I suppose, but I'm just surprised. I thought Rayquaza would be popular because it's Rayquaza. Here's the manga. Here's the trade break. Here's the drill slab. Nobody's donated it to the drill slab. Maybe drill slabs aren't as popular anymore. Here, let's take them off the table. Table's actually pretty full right now. We need to start clearing up some room on the table. Here is the Psyduck Legendary Collection break. Here's the Mega Break, which is very popular. He's just really expensive. So that one just takes a while. That's how it works. The Psyduck's halfway done. It's taken a while, but he's halfway done. So that's cool. Tentacle's moving fast. He's got 4 spots left. Those trade breaks are pretty popular, it seems. Nami's frozen. She's at 6 out of 32. No one new has joined Nami. We're going to have to make a video about Nami. Here's the, this is called the Consignment Break. It's a solid card. Jigglypuff Squirtle Deck, PSA 10. You underestimate my powers. No, you underestimate how hard it is to get those 10s, man. It is hard to get those PSA 10s, man. And this is a PSA 10, guys. And then here's that Clown Car Bowser Cooper. So cool. Only 3 spots left. This is a great channel to come into if you appreciate breaks, if you like the Poke Shuffles, if you like the live customs. Of course, we have all the booster packs as well. We got the same booster packs that everybody has. Everybody's got booster packs these days. Logan Paul's got booster packs. Everybody's got booster packs. But you come here because you know we have a great rotating inventory of slab breaks and stuff in the live customs and stuff in the Poke Shuffles. So that's what you come in here for, you know. It's from Generation, I believe, Best of XY. So hold on. So let's start getting the rest of these consignments off the table. Let's start there. We're going to get some work done. we're open for business. If you guys want any action, you can also tell me what you're looking for. If we don't have it on the menu, we can add it to the menu. We have a couple things coming, by the way. Riftbound. People have mentioned they want Riftbound a couple of times, and so Riftbound is coming. Just a small amount, an experimental amount of Riftbound is coming. Yu-Gi-Oh! Restock. We had a guy come in. He said he's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan. He bought a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyways, I did a restock on Yu-Gi-Oh! Blue Eyes White Dragon, the same set that Mark J. Valerian pulled that PSA 10 Blue Eyes out of. It impressed me so much when I saw it that I said, we got to have more of that. So that's been restocked. Yu-Gi-Oh! Rarity Collection 5 is likely coming to the menu. So, you know, there's been some excitement with Yu-Gi-Oh! Lately because they're... Oh, look at that. That's so good looking. John Lucas. There's been some excitement. Oh, let me turn this down. Apparently, they're coming out with, like, full arts and stuff like that. That sounds good to me, too. So I'm going to be watching Yu-Gi-Oh! To try and expand that menu. We could work on Dragon Ball. These are all non-Pokemon sets that I'm mentioning, by the way. We could work on all these non-Pokemon stuff. Pokemon is just so expensive and so obvious. Everybody's got it. It's great. I want more of it. You want more of it. And boy, is it expensive. But it's interesting to see other hobbies as well. And we shouldn't ignore the other hobbies just because Pokemon's doing so well. Like, there's still fans of Dragon Ball. There's still fans of Magic. There's still fans of all these other sets. So I don't want to become too Pokemon-centric. We're more like a variety channel. We do all of the card sets like a full card shop does. But, of course, we'll always prefer Pokemon. But I want to make sure we flesh out the rest of the menu. So that is kind of my focus right now. Mister, you need to get the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Set. What do the Yu-Gi-Oh! Blue Eyes booster packs look like? Like the original Legend of Blue Eyes. It's a reprint set for the 25th anniversary, so it looks like that. All right, let me set these to the side for the moment. Now, we still have lots of slabs, and I just found a stack of unpriced slabs to price up for you guys. And we're looking to add more breaks to the table, including a new pack split. We need a new pack split. New packs, but we could do a Phantom Forces pack split. That was 540, by the way. That'd be interesting. I think Ancient Origins offers a lot of value. But okay, so let's see. What do we got here? We've got the Metal, Lucario Melmetal. We've got the Mew. We've got the Ash Blossom Joyous Spring. After doing an analysis of pricing, I'm feeling like sending cards off to TAG and CGC as well, because PSA's price is so outrageously high. It's like unacceptably high. Let's see. Khamenei's wife dies days after him following U.S.-Israel strikes on Supreme Leader's office. Wild. So they got him and his wife. It was a tough day to be that guy's wife. I'm sorry, I opened my phone up and I had the news open. All right, so let's grab the Consignment Slabs channel. Wonderful. We're going to take a picture here. As you know, you can go shopping in our Discord server for already priced slabs. I wonder if we should do 3 at a time. You think 3 at a time is better? Maybe 4 at a time. I feel like 4 at a time, the slabs are immediately more readable. 5 at a time is so extreme. You can't see what's going on when it's 5 at a time. Like, it's so zoomed out. Man, they're tearing it up over there, huh? It's pretty interesting. I think it makes a lot of Americans nervous. A lot of Americans are not interested in that war. So it's a controversial thing. But the more you read about the history of Iran, it's like it kind of makes sense why we went over there, too. Like, they're not exactly nice over there. So I think Trump, he basically said, when there was this big uprising of the people in Iran, he said, if you shoot down your own protesters, we're going to start a war with you. He said that to him. I forgot about that he said that. And that's exactly what they did. I was watching 60 Minutes, and they said Iran's government had just finished executing 20,000 protesters. That's the estimate, 20,000. And then what do you know? You get a war right afterwards. Very interesting. We are Pack battle with Gabe. Pack battle of what? You tell me what you want. I'll put it up on the table. Oh, did you guys catch this Mega Absol? Damn. So that is XY Mega Absol, and it's a Black Star promo. All right, let's go. I'm going to take a picture of this and put it in the Pricey Slabs channel. Oh, the new Pricey Slabs channel, because we are about to rotate all our Pricey Slabs. Give me a second here. Okay. Picture time. Good. So this guy gets his own picture. Do 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 do. Right, we looked this up, and that's the correct price. 200 is the correct price. There's a Chewbacca for 18 bucks. That's pretty cool. Happy Monday. Hey, what's up, man? Pack battle for Naruto tops. Cool, man. Send those orders in. We'll get it ready for you. We'll set it up. Pack battle, huh? Oops, this is the wrong channel. We're going back over here to the Consignment Slabs channel, and we are posting this picture. There we go. All right. I sent $1 to check my bag. I would be happy to check that bag for you. Thank you for the $1 tip. Appreciate it. Let me just take this last picture, and then I think we're done with the consignments, guys. Consignments are rotated, like all the way. Oh, this is such a great card. All right, so we have some great Weiss cards. You know, I think it would be a good idea probably at this point to make a video showing what consignment slabs we still have for sale. But there we go. We've taken them off the table. Let's get a rotation on this. This just came in and got priced. Nine Tails PSA 10. We priced it at $100. Did I actually check this? I feel like I didn't check this. Happy Monday, guys. How's it going? Happy Monday to all of you guys. 10 tops, Nine Tails. Did you watch Logan's stream last night? I did not. Okay, this is correctly priced at $100. I heard he sold a lot of Evolving Skies. Is that true? So first of all, we're starting with Mr. Jay-Z. Check for my bag. You got it. Is the bag name Jay-Z, though? Like, what's the bag name? Tell me what the bag name is. I'll go looking for it. So 10, 10, 10, 10. I think we're going to do 4 at a time in the pictures. What name do we need for this bag? Is it just Jay-Z? We're going to go to the All Slabs channel here, guys. We're going to take a picture. Okay. Good. Beyonce is the bag name. Should be. That is what I used. All right, sounds good. So then what I should be able to do is actually look you up in our email system to try and find Jay-Z. So, but first, let's take these off as well. So this is Super Mario Brothers. And this one's called Psyduck. And this one's called Slowpoke. They go in the Z-Box. I'm a Slowpoke. So, let's jump over here. Jay-Z, huh? We're going to look... We're going to look up Jay-Z. Because I assume your name hasn't changed. So it says here, you were last here on 8/10/25, and you bought the blue Metapod. That looks like a slab, not a card. That looks like you bought a slab. Because I don't sell individual ungraded Metapods. So you bought a slab. And so what I would have to say is your slab is almost certainly still around. I wouldn't have taken it. What does it say, 8/25? Yeah, it's not expired until 8/26. And even then, I probably wouldn't take it right away. So it's still over here. You wouldn't have a bag, but you would still have your Metapod. You have a $20 Metapod over here, according to this. All right, but we can also look for a bag, but I don't think you're going to have like a bag of like cards. Let's see, Jay-Z, I guess you could go in the JX box. There's a JX box. Let's see, no, none of those. He says, oh, okay. Yeah, you should also be able to see that, by the way. So all you have to do, go into your Cash App payments to me and actually look and see what it is you sent money in for. So you'll notice you didn't send any money in for booster packs. You only sent in money for a blue Metapod. That's likely a poker card, and it's likely graded. Probably graded like 8 or 7 or something like that. So that's going to be what it is. It's going to be a graded Metapod. That's most likely what it is. All right, so you won't have a bag over here. If you had a bag, your order would say something like, please open 5 Destined Rivals or something like that. That's what the order would say. Here's Edward Cornelio, and he says he wants some shipping. Oh, good. Okay. Great time to do some shipping. Alexis comes in today. She's supposed to. And I'm going to start by getting Mr. Edward Cornelio his shipping. All right. I sent for shipping and a Naruto pack battle with Gabe. The box had everything but a Gengar. He sold a legendary box. The packs were like $4,000 each. Wow, that's actually really reasonable. Only $4,000. I didn't think that would be so reasonable. And did they pull a Charizard? You know, that actually makes my legendary collection go up in value because the rest of it's getting opened, meaning there won't be any of it left. Edward Cornelio. All right. Mister, I have some slabs too. Sounds good, sounds good. So you're going to need some heavy shipping. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Meow, 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 meow. This music. All right, so we're waiting for a price tag to show up on the shipping. The shipping price tags are decided so slowly by the software. It's Kevin. Hey, Kevin. What's up, man? Are you guys enjoying your collection? I've been enjoying my collection lately. I love just looking at it. Feels great. That's what you're supposed to do. You know, you collect all these cards. You're supposed to look at all the cards you got. I love looking at them, knowing how old and rare and nostalgic they are and how hard they are to acquire. That's my favorite thing. Just knowing like it's impossible to get these cards again. Come on, man. Man, it does not want to choose a price. It's so wild. Let me go put your box back up here for the moment being. Just for the moment. And then let's grab that Topps pack, huh? Okay. And it says here, you sent in for the Topps break. And who's the other guy sending in? Did you take any nice walks on the weekend? The weekend was kind of ruined by the in-laws. Yeah, I didn't do anything. I just kind of hid. I didn't hide, but you know, like I didn't do what I would normally get to do. So the answer, I guess, is no. Here's Mr. Gabriel. All right. So it's Gabriel and Edward facing off. Good luck, you two. So we'll have Edward on the left side with an E and Gabriel on the right side with the GG. Hey, Gabriel, how's it going, man? Nice to see you two again. You're enjoying a pack break here, a gym break, where one person walks away with the booster pack. And it's decided by a Pokemon game of Pokewar. Already said. I just got a Deoxys Lenticular, easily one of the coolest cards. They got everything out of the box. It was a great box. Charizard looked like a 10. They said only pop 17 for that one. Oh, but what about like the reverse holo Charizard? I got to sneeze, dude. Ah, man, terrible time to sneeze. Let me go get my handkerchief, too, okay? I'll be right back. Hold on, I got to sneeze. All right, I don't know where my handkerchief went, so I just got this thing of paper towels here. Oh my gosh, my eyes are watering. How can I have such bad allergies? When I was younger, I had a younger brother who had very severe allergies during allergy season, and I didn't. And I was like, that sucks for him. All these years later, I've got really bad allergies now. It like caught up to me. It sucks, dude. Here we are. All right, here we go, guys. I will never buy or download that stuff. The what? All right. So, Edward, Articuno. Gabriel. Ooh. Oh, Sarita. Round 1, Gabriel. Round 2, Energy. Oh, it's over. Unless you pull Computer Search or Skeledirge. Nope, it's over. Goes to Gabriel. Congratulations to Gabriel. All right, Gabriel. He pulled the Skeledirge. It's an instant win almost. So, thank you, Mr. Gabriel and Edward. Gabriel, let's see what you pull today. My nose is so stuffy, even though I didn't sneeze. All right. I think part of the problem is we live in Tree Central. All right, so it's not a crazy pack. It's a non-hollow pack anyways. Itachi Uchiha. Here's Ino Yamanaka. What kind of names is Ino Yamanaka? Here's Kakashi. Okay, here's Kanguru. Here's Tayuya. Tamari. I don't even want to take an allergy medicine. It makes me so sleepy, dude. I'll be sleepy as hell. I'll be like struggling to get through the stream because I'll be like, you know, dozing. All right, there you go, Mr. Gabriel. Yeah, I could have taken an allergy medicine, but yeah, it makes me tired as hell. I was hoping maybe it just wouldn't be so bad today. That's a nice Kakashi. How much are these Naruto packs? They're a premium product. They cost $54. There's a very high chance to pull a numbered card out of them because they're coming from hobby boxes with only like 5 packs per box or something like that. I don't remember. And so it's a nice little product. One of our best-selling products, actually, ever since we received it to the menu. All right, hold on. Wait, let me mute. All right. Where's the Pokemon balls in chat? Yeah, where's all of our members? Ooh, look at that. So this is an example of a high-cost card for sale on our table. Highly collectible Wick from the Burning Shadows collection, Sun and Moon era 2017. Makes it 9 years old, I believe. And almost impossible to get a 10 on this card. That's why it's so exciting. Watch the population. Are you ready? So this card it's a modern card, and it's only population of 140. And not just that, she's a very sexy Pokemon lady. Very busty Pokemon lady. You know, people, you don't think that matters, but people go pretty wild for sexy girl cards, and here's a surprisingly sexy Pokemon girl card. He muted because he's sharded. I muted to blow my nose. It's very bad right now. So, this comes from Burning Shadows, but the story goes, Burning Shadows cards can't grade 10. Only the very first print run of Burning Shadows could grade 10. All the later print runs had a cutting error on the back of the card. So this girl is from a first round print, and that's what makes her so pricey. Same with all the cards from that set. So you could own one of these exclusively hard to own Wick cards. Man, I bought this card back in the day, I swear, for like 170, and it's all the way up to 1,000 now. And it doesn't even hurt me to just keep holding it because it just seems to just keep going up. So it doesn't matter to me. But I bought like 12 of them. I'm down to the last 2 of them. So that's all I got left is about 2 of them. And she's for sale. Here we are. All right. Whoa! Oh my gosh. Don't show your mom that one. Let's see. Gyarados dude has to look away. He's not allowed to see attractive women in seductive poses. Oh, that's a 9. Okay, we gotta keep that off. Wait a second, there's still some consignment. Isn't that consignment? This is consignment. Is this consignment? This is consignment. I just didn't write the consign on it. Hold on. Yeah, these are both consignment. One more picture. Could you show us your favorite card that you own? Well, I have quite a few cards that I consider my favorite. You know, it's hard to just pick one card, but I got one that's doing really well recently. I bought this card last year for $19,000, and his last sold is $1,000. So I'm a big fan of that. And it makes a card feel really special because it feels like I got something at an unbelievably low price. And that's kind of what happens over the years. You obtain a card and it's cheaper in the past than it is now, and you go, oh, wow, I got such a good card, I better hold on to it, you know? So let me take a picture of these. We got to get these down there. Click. The consignment channel has an awful lot of girl cards in it. Make sure my Koro Mew gets sent. You got Koro Mew. Very cool, man. I'm sure Alexis will get it. You only run with one name, so I don't think she could mess up your order. She really doesn't mess up orders very often. The only time Alexis messes up an order is when the buyer has like 2 names, and at the time that we named your slab, we used the other name. So that is a rare occasion where we do miss. We are. Oh, this is Tammy's. It's also a warning sign. It means if you know you've got 2 different names, be sure to tell us when you're checking out for shipping. Say like, hey, you know, this slab is going to be under my nickname. Don't forget it. And then I'll write that on the slab for Alexis. And then we won't forget it. So nicknames are tricky. They've always been tricky. I am no man. That's going to go in the I box. Let's see which will be the A box. Any Pikachus? You know, I was not a very prominent Pikachu collector. I never was. And so as a result, I didn't collect a lot of Pikachus. I do have an interesting, well, I have the gray felt hat Pikachu because everyone was going nuts on that one. But I happen to own a very interesting reverse hollow emerald Pikachu, which is quite rare. I think I picked him up for just $800, and I said, this card is way underpriced. And I bet you that card is more like $8,000 now with the way that those reverse hollows from that time period go. All right, so we just hosted a very fun pack split for Edward and Gabriel Gallegos. Let's get that label for Edward now. And here it is. All right, the label is in. We're printing it. We need some Harry Potter slabs. I think I did buy a box of Harry Potter over the weekend. I'm pretty sure I did. So we should have a box of Harry Potter incoming. And it's a vintage box. And that, too, is an experiment. We didn't buy a lot of it. We just bought like 1 box, I think. We'll see how people like it or if they don't like it. Let me put Edward's box on the shipping table. I'll be back. All right. Whoa, there's not much room over here. The table's so full. Okay. Very nice. Ooh. Dooba-doop, booba-doobie-doo-doo-doo. Dooba-doobie-doo-doo-doo. What is this music? I don't like this music. Skip. Boop, boop. Scoop-a-doop, boop, boop, boo, doo-doo-doo-doo. All right. So thank you so much, Mr. Edward and Mr. Gabriel. Let's jump back to the queue. Here we've got Mr. NHCC. Let's see. I want to ship out as much of these raws as you can. $40 shipping, specifically the Nami card. Appreciate you. No problem. All right. So the next order, guys, is also shipping. Let's get that shipping in. Now, this should be pretty easy. We've shipped him a couple times, so all of his information should be saved. Let's double check the shipping. Okay, hold on. It looks like he might have moved. No, maybe not. Okay, perfect. He has not moved. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. So we're going to grab this. That one doesn't have his email saved. Let me try this other. Looks like I had 2 different email or 2 different addresses saved for him. Let's try this one. But this one doesn't have his. Oh, it does. Okay, here we go. We've got it all here. And let me just verify the address. Once again, we're going to make sure we have exactly the right address. Looks good. Good. So now we need to say package. And we need to max out the weight as much as we can. So you're international, and that means we have a limit to how much we can ship before it gets into the $80 territory. All right, so here we are. Sometimes shipping takes a little longer, guys. This will be an example of that. This one's a very special shipment because it needs to be weighed out. We got to optimize the shipping. Okay, reaching for that. Now let me play around with the shipping software so I can remind myself how heavy it can get before it jumps over 40, okay? So first of all, let's choose the package dimensions. And now let's set it up to 2 pounds because I'm pretty sure it gets to 2 pounds pretty easily. Hey, what's up, guys? Are you still taking consignment slabs? Yes, sir, yes. If you want to get rid of some consignment slabs, you can send them over here. We'll price them up on the table. And some of them might sell right away and some of them might sell a little bit slower. But we will get them all sold for you. We also have this new thing called consignment breaks where, okay, here we go. So I can see the total amount I can send is 3 pounds even. I wonder if that rule is different for different countries. So 3 pounds even. Now we need to actually sort that out. And you want a specific NAMI card. So we have to identify where that's at. Let's see. So I'm jumping back over here. Here it is. It's an expensive NAMI card. Okay. I don't know where that might have gone. Let's double check that you don't have a bag on the table for hits, because it could just be on a bag on the table where all your hits are going. Let's start there. That's Jeff. That's Jeff. That's Chambly. That's Jeff again. That's Sarah Dusenberry. Art the Bricker. Let's check over here. So we're going to start looking for your stuff. We want to identify where that one card is. You have a box over here. Let's take a look at the box. Rock Lee, you might want that shipped out. Let's get that shipped out. I'll try to ship your best ones out first. Is that what you want? Let's see. Well, I mean, I won't go crazy on that, but let's try and get them. Okay, so it's not going to be in here. I would like to ship that one out there. It's got that really terrible item in it. I don't like that dog tags item. It doesn't fit into the box properly with other cards. There. Man, I wish I could just remove this entirely. I wouldn't even want to ship this out right now. Need to like put that in a weird spot. Here, set this here. All right. So that's baggie number 1. It's a good thing you're shipping out because, you know, it gets so hard to track cards. It gets so hard to track cards when there's so many. Like your request to ship a particular card now requires me to look through like 20 different bags. So I don't think we'll implement a rule ever on how much stuff to have at a time, because I like the idea of being able to host all this for you guys. But I do have to say, if you ever want to make it easy on yourself, just ship. Oh, there's that thing. Just ship out right away. There's Charizard. All right. Tampa in the house. So this one's going out. All right, let's see about this. Yeah, this is not very time efficient. There's too many bags, so I wouldn't know which one the NAMI's in. A whole bunch of these. Let's see. Okay. Getting old in and out, sorry. Any trade-ins? Hey, what's up, Mr. Clyte? Now, what do you mean by trade-ins? Do you mean trade breaks? Maybe he means trade breaks. Are you doing night streams again? We do nighttime streams on Saturday so that Karis and I can hang out all day. All right, hopefully it's just in here. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Do you know if it's in a top loader? Ooh, there's that nice card. Do you know if it's in a top loader? That could help us find it really fast, because then I would just look for who's got a top loader. That NAMI card, I don't know if I would have top loaded that. All right. Ah, there it is. We found it. Okay, we're all good now. Now we need to get your stuff up to 3 pounds. That's our new goal. 3 pounds, guys. So Nami's been located. Oh, we won't put that in there. Let's focus on this. And then this, is it Mr. Slytherin? That's right, I speak partial tongue. So how much does this weigh? So this one box is 2 pounds. We can only go up to 3 pounds. You know, at HCC, you could probably get more stuff shipped. If you sent in 80, we could do the 20-pound medium medium priority mail box. But of course, that'll be size constrained, so we can only put so much size in there. But let's see, how about this now? Okay. And then that's too much. So we can ship for $40. Can I see your most sus card? We do have some sus cards up on the table, I won't lie. All right, so we can ship all this plus this one more bag, and the rest stays over here, probably between Dumbledore and Valdi. All right, so just for future reference, you have enough left over for an $80 shipment, and it would probably still not be all of it. All right, there we go. I'm glad we were able to locate the Nami nice and easy. That wasn't a problem. I thought it could be a bad situation. There we go. So this is what you'll be receiving for $40 shipping, that whole box and the extra bag on top. Now I'm going to put this back in a nice safe corner of the room. Okay. And now we print out your label. So we get to declare it with however value we wish. But let's be somewhat realistic. I'm not going to declare it as like 10 bucks because I don't think they'll believe it. We're going to choose merchandise, playing cards, playing cards. The weight is going to be 3 pounds. We'll set the value to 80 bucks. Man, that's pushing it. So we'll say it's 80. That one card, the Nami by itself, might be 80. So I don't know. We'll just try it out, okay, man? All right. Duties and taxes. Yes. And now let's hit print. Oh, what? That's weird. I chose an option and it didn't stay. There it goes. Okay. And print. All right, you're on the way. Sweet. If I buy something, how would you get it to me? Says Gaz Schofield. You're wondering how it works. Yeah, so, you know, you can buy on the website or you can buy on the description. And after you're done buying, we don't ship it. It actually stays here until you order shipping. See, that's what this guy just did. He ordered a round of shipping. So it stays over here until you order a round of shipping. Shipping's always $9 in the United States. That's what it is. $9 shipping. You can ship like a ton of stuff. You can ship like 20 pounds and it's still $9. So it's a flat fee. It's like a service that you order. And then when you order that, I'm going to look your address up, however you saved it. Maybe you saved it on PayPal. Maybe you saved it in the website. But I'll use that address. And that's how we ship it. We ship on Mondays and Fridays. The other thing, if you're international, it's probably about $40 to ship. And if you purchase goods using ZELLE, I don't get your address through ZELLE, so you'll have to email it to me. I have an email you can email. All right, so that's how it works, okay? Okay. Probably between Dumbledore. Received my first shipment from you, mister. Thank you. No problem, man. Mr. Chad. Nice to see you. Let me go ahead and put the, I'm going to put this thing in here so you can get rid of it finally. All right, that's the dog tag. So you get your dog tags, Mr. NHTT, double C. All right, that's a big one, guys. That's a doozy. He's got a lot. Oh, I got a box of yours here. Let me put it back over there, too. So now we know 3 pounds is the limit. In my opinion, if you want to get your stuff shipped out as efficiently as possible, the $80 shipment is more efficient. All right. Whew. So that's completed. That was a long shipping order. We're going to jump back to the queue and see what's going on now. Maybe some fun, maybe not. We'll see. Let's see. Do you have any gym breaks going on? You guys like gym breaks. So first let me mention the queue is empty. There's no orders. If you guys want to have some fun, send in an order. You guys seem to really like the gym breaks. Let me see if I can find something. All right. A gym break on what is the question? Like, we could do a gym break on Gary Oak. Are you going to jump into that, though? I don't know. Like, this is pretty cool. That could be a gym break. Here's a Pikachu. He could be a gym break. Here, let's get a Pikachu. Pikachu's solid, isn't he? All right, so he's set to $75. Let's just do 76 and divide it by 2. I would round down for you guys, except, you know, it's Pikachu. So this one's actually pretty good. $38. Which I probably could have done that math in my head if I wasn't feeling a little lazy. I entered into the Tentacle trade slab last night. Do you know if that went off? No, it did not go off yet. There we go. I'm sure he will, though. So this is a pretty solid gem break. It's kind of like a standard break with only 2 spots, you know, because usually a standard break's $40. All right. Very, very good. Well, it's a new week, guys. We're in the first week of March. And here are my favorite booster packs, once again, still in this baggie here, to show you some things off that you might be interested in. Pulling the red manga Luffy. Pulling a 1-of-1 Naruto. Of course, Ascended Heroes is the exciting pack. Is Ascended Heroes not in here? Here it is. Ascended Heroes is the exciting pack right now. We've got Ascended Heroes. Nihil Zero is the latest Pokemon set. We're waiting for a new one to come out, though. And then we've got some fresh cases of One Piece. That's slowed down a little bit. Here is Precious Nikkei and Nikkei First Edition. So those are all some interesting sets. Maybe I'll look around on the menu and see what else that I find really interesting when it comes to buying stuff. You know, the other day somebody mentioned that, you know, they wanted to be in a clip. They wanted to pull something and have a clip made. And I thought we've done that before. We've helped people understand what's clip-worthy. The red manga is 100% clip-worthy. A 1-of-1 from the Naruto is clip-worthy. But no one's pulled the Mega Gengar yet either from Ascended Heroes. That's clip-worthy too. So we can make a clip-worthy list. Clip-worthy. All right. So we can make a list of what it is to open. K. Pasa Tyler, how was your weekend? Is there a way to pay instead of using money? Do you mean like trade or something? Instead of using, you mean like maybe like Bitcoin? What do you mean? Pay instead of money? I don't have money. Maybe there's another way I can pay you. Here's, let's see. Number 1 is going to say Ascended Heroes. So Ascended Heroes, all kinds of stuff. The hits. We don't have any videos of the major hits in this set, okay? Ascended Heroes. Yeah, trade like Pokemon cards. Yeah, you can send cards in here to my, you can mail me cards and we could work out a trade, or I could sell them on commission for you, and then as you earn money from that, you can then spend that as store credit. So that's possible. So there's Ascended Heroes. Naruto Tops. And we'll say any 1-of-1s. I mean, that's true for all top sets, though. So 1-of-1s from all the top sets. Like, there's SpongeBob tops. But these are 2 pretty hot ones right now. Ascended Heroes and Naruto. A pack split that pulls a big hit. We ought to do a pack split. You know, I was thinking about that in my sleep, actually. I was dreaming about how probably right now is a good time to analyze the vintage booster packs. Let's see what kind of vintage booster packs are maybe underpriced. So let's say, all right, can I pay with my mouth? Show me what that mouth can do. I don't know, dude. All right. Let's see. So I could do a big order of first edition rocket. Wow, that's expensive. First edition rocket packs, and then host a first edition rocket pack break. I don't know if that's worth it, but you know, I do like the vintage packs, and I wonder at what point do they run out, right? Do, 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 do. So let me do a math calculation on a vintage pack break for first edition rocket. Divided by 11. Wow! So a vintage pack break on rocket today, I would ask $82 per card. 82, guys. I don't know. That actually just kind of seems too expensive now. And that is the price. I mean, you're not getting it much cheaper than that. Wow. That's nuts, man. It's really changed over time. What do you guys think about that? You think it's doable? You know, I think we should do it. But what we should probably do, we should probably host 2 pack splits. There should be a high tier pack split and a low tier pack split. You know? Wow, we do not have a lot of money for this. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it. So we're gonna take a big ball of money and we're gonna start a first edition pack split, okay? What'd I say, 82? All right, so this will be for the big ballers, people who got the money. Not everybody does, but here we go. Let's see. I need a first edition pack. All right, one of my finest first edition packs. Here it is. Make sure they're not from Temu. Nah, they're not. I know how all of these were sourced. There it is. Now, where's my, here it is. Lovely. So someone's destiny could be in here right now. Wow, we need a new sleeve. This one's gotten pretty janky over time. Let's find a new sleeve, everybody. We're on a mission. Let's see. This will work. All right. $82 per card. That's what we're doing, 82. There's my stickers. I tell you what, though, you know, this product's gotten so expensive over time. Well, it says I should be leaning toward 83. Let me just see. It's a matter of, here's a problem, guys. It's a matter of a couple complicated things. Taxes, as well as payment processing fees. Payment processing fees are a really ridiculous part of the calculation. It's like 3.5% of the whole value of the item. It's really ridiculous. I'm gonna stick to it. I'm not gonna waver. I'm gonna stick to it. It's gonna be 82. Maybe it'll be up here a long time. That'll be okay. It only gets more expensive, right? So here it is. This is not the unlimited edition. That's first edition. Okay, so that's the expensive one. That's the one you kind of want to be in, really, because anything that comes out of there could be worth a whole lot of money. If you haven't been paying attention, booster packs have been going to the moon. And even the cards you pull out of the booster pack have been going to the moon. Like the actual graded 10s are reaching new heights. So, you know, like a coughing 10, Rocket coughing 10, which is kind of a junk card. In the past, that was not very expensive. Jump to the future now. He's mega expensive. He's just balls to the walls expensive. Let's look it up. PSA 10, first coughing Rocket. I bet it's 300. So, okay, no, well, is this right? It's 175. Okay, maybe coughing's still actually affordable. I take it back. Coughing's affordable. But how about, let's try a different one. How about Slowpoke? He's a decent one, but he's not super rare. How do I get them to you, mister? I live in England. You got, so Slowpoke, $275. All right, so coughing's a bad example. He's just virtually hated, I guess. But, okay, the other one, Slowpoke. Yeah, he's like just shy of 300, and he will be 300 when you pay taxes on him. So he's right there at 300. So it's pretty remarkable how a single common card can easily undo the $82, but only if it grades 10, okay? So that's the trick, okay? So in terms of odds, 82 is not bad actually, but the card has to grade 10. It's 82 is doable. But the $82 gives you a 1 in 11 shot at the rare spot. That's the real purpose of this break. You're hoping to pull the rare for 82 bucks. All right, how do I get them to you? You will have to mail me the cards from England if you really want to. So if you really want to get started on that, you need to contact me either on Discord or in Instagram. Here's our Discord server, by the way. All right, useful place to be. But you would need to contact me and show me what you want to trade in so I can go, okay, now I know what you're sending. And then I can get you an address, and when it arrives, we can get it all priced up if you wish. So that's how it works, okay? So that's if you don't want to use any money. You just want to trade. All right, let me put this away. Put that sleeve away. I don't know where to get those booster pack sleeves, but I'm a fan of those booster pack sleeves. Let me check the queue. Let's just see if there's any orders in the queue real fast. What is this music? This music's so bad. There we go. Let me hit refresh on this. Yo, I want to buy a spot, but question is it heavy or light? I don't weigh them. That's how it is. It's unweighed, okay? It's still way more likely to be a light pack just because in a booster box, the light to heavy ratio is 1 to 3, right? Or 3 to 1, whatever you want to say. So the odds are it's light, but we don't weigh it. If I weigh it, and if it's a heavy pack, the price is going to go way up. So the price will go way, way, way up if it's a heavy pack. If it's a light pack, the price will come down. Surprisingly, not a lot lower, though, than 82. It'll probably be probably like 65 or something. I don't know. So if we weigh it, the price changes. So what I do with our packs is we never weigh them. And we've opened a lot of heavy packs that way, and it's very cute. And it's just kind of a trust thing. People trust me with that. We are. I like it that way. I actually prefer it that way. So I just don't touch them. We are. You'll notice if you watch me grading cards, I don't have like a steady stream of vintage hollow 10s coming back or anything. If you watch me grading, I'm not grading vintage booster packs. I'm not grading anything that I basically sell to you guys. I mean, you might see me grade the occasional thing, but it's like not much. Like, look at this last submission. What did I grade? Mostly like Mario cards and tops, which I have my own box of tops that I open. So, you know, and I get you guys really high quality tops too. So, yeah, you'll notice I'm pretty good about it. And I bring the pack in, and we don't worry about weighing it, and then we just sell it unweighed. And that's our system, and we've been doing that for a long time, and it makes good money. There's a profit margin involved, and then it's heavy sometimes, and it's really cool. All right, so let's see. We've got the Rocket pack running. Let's get a more affordable pack running at the same time. Are you ready? Maybe it's like this. Is that it? Oh, it's the booster pack itself. It's not the magnets. I thought the magnets were causing a problem. Okay, cool. That good? All right. We need another sleeve now. Snowing again. Time for the big place this year. Just got a new job. Gonna start making more money. All right, let me go grab this over here. All right, here we are. So that's pack break number 2, pack split number 2. You know, we could host a break where you take the whole booster pack for yourself. A pack break versus a pack split. I wonder if there's any interest in that. Let's go price up this set. I haven't priced it in a while. It's time to. Let's see. Pokemon Old XY Roaring Skies. Oh, it's actually kind of too cheap. Let's try this again. So, Roaring Skies booster box. It might be too cheap to be the pack split, which isn't a bad thing. It just means I'm happy to sell it to you as an individual pack. All right, give me a second here. All right, you ready? Divided by 36. So the price on this has changed. Our Roaring Skies is going to go from 112 to 144. Wow. This is a significant change, guys. Pokemon cards are getting more expensive over time. They're not getting cheaper, and it's probably just going to keep going that way for a long time. All right, Roaring Skies. We're going to make an update on the website. Oh, man, the website was woefully out of date. It was only 95 on the website. Crazy. That means even last time we didn't update it. There it is. All right. So that would mean for the Roaring Skies break, the buy-in is 14.5, I guess. Let's see. $11 out of... Oh, it should say 10 out of 10. There we go, because there's only 10 spots in here, isn't there? There we go. We got 2 fresh pack splits. The first edition Rocket set and the way more affordable Roaring Skies set that you might be interested in trying. The Roaring Skies set's cool because it comes with the reverse holo no matter what. We did splits on that so much back then. Mr. Bot brought out a first edition Rocket. Damn. Yeah, here's first edition Rocket and here's Roaring Skies. Do these, that's annoying. Isn't that annoying? Hold on. Interesting. I guess they're going to resist each other. The magnets aren't lining up. That's kind of annoying. Oh, well. Maybe keep them in 2 separate rows. So this is also a pack split. Cool. Nice. We're jumping back over here. I'm going to go ahead and delete this. Delete. I see we're at 17 likes. Smash that like button for me, guys. Okay, bro, that's first edition. That is first edition. Yeah, we wrote first on it to help point that out so that people knew it was first edition. The magnets don't want to line up. It's so funny. That's a disappointment. I like it better when they actually stack. Oh, wait. Oh, they stack if I just flip this around. Oh, perfect. Okay, problem solved. Just flip this around. Okay. Thought I had to do some other crazy thing. There we go. Lovely. So the pack splits will be stuck to each other Look at that, guys. Doesn't that look nice? What do you like in the front, the Rocket Pack or the Deoxys? So those are up for sale. That's 2 new products now. So we're making the table a little bit sweeter. Here's the next step, I think. By the way, there's still no orders, so we're having a slow Monday. Okay, let me go ahead and snip this. Slow Monday. We've had slow days before. I try to get some work done while it's slow. So the jumbo pack break and the binder break are sort of like an event. Here it is. So this just gets fatter. Let's make this fatter now. Are you ready? What can we put in here? I'm going to put in a free electric breaker. There it goes. So this is even fatter now. It hasn't gone off in a while. It's actually so large, it's about to not fit in the bag anymore. And I'm betting the value on this is close to 185 at this point. It's heading toward 190, obviously. But there's one person in here. This is a jumbo pack break that hasn't gone off in a while. We might take a break from hosting the jumbo pack break because if the interest has waned on it, we don't want to keep hosting it necessarily. Here's another set we're still hosting. It's called the binder break. This is round number 8 of the binder break. So it's gone off 7 times so far, and it's been pretty popular. We got some cool cards already in here. We're going to make it a little bit cooler. Now, you guys know the way the binder break works is we add cards to it all the time until it finally goes off. So when it reaches a point where you're like, oh man, I don't want to miss that, that's when we know it's going to fill up. And so we got to reach that point. Tarot card sleeves work well for booster pack sleeves. Oh, that's interesting. Would I be able to put my shipping info in my order from ZELLE, or do you need me to email you? I do want you to email me. And the reason for that is because if you email me, I get your email address, and that allows me to email you the tracking number, TheCardconomist@gmail.com. So please do it that way so we can get you to write out the full address and we get your email so that you get the tracking number. All right, so what we got here? Some hollows, all kinds of stuff in this baggie. Here's some Korean cards. Let's get them in there. So we always have a couple Korean cards to hand out. Here's a Metacam alt art. That's cool. That comes from what? Blue Sky Stream. Volcarona. Can you take my junk hollows and add me to the trade break? Yes, sir, Mr. Ice Hobo. What's the name on your bag? I'll get started on that. Anyone else, if you want into a trade break, let me know. We can set you up. Good timing to do that because we're not having any other orders in the queue right now. The trade break's like a way to interact with the channel without having to spend any money. Patrick G. Patrick G. All right, so there we go. We just added some Korean cards to the binder break, but I'm not done. We should add a little more. Here's a cute Old Maid card. Here's some cards. Here's a Sprigatito. Ooh, that's valuable. The Talonflame is from XY, so that's pretty good. That's actually a hit at that point. Some tops here. I don't know if you guys want some tops. All right, so lots of interesting stuff in here. Binder break, now fatter. That's a lot of value. You'd be surprised. I mean, each one of these, I don't know what they're worth, but they're probably, these are like pack fresh, by the way. So these are in pretty good condition. And then these are just some holographics with yellow borders. Here's a nice Talonflame from XY, Sprigatito. All that's pretty valuable. So for today's binder break, we got a pretty good chunk of stuff going in. Look at all this. How much value is this whole pile? I don't know. He's an alt art. It's a nice poker card, but I guess it's Landorus. So it's a nice pile. It's a little on the junky side, but it's a nice pile. There it goes. Binder break, now a little bit hotter. Okay, good. I'm hoping they come out with a new top set for the 30th anniversary. I think we all hope that. You can see how hard it is to grade Topps card. Look at this one. He got a 7. Jesus. Here's a really underpriced poker card. 150 for a vintage Zapdos. Wow. All right, so Patrick G would like to make a trade. You got it, Mr. Patrick. It's a good time to make a trade or to do a back sort or to do a grade on your card. If you want to do pre-grade, those are $3 a piece. 14 months already? I know. It's surprising how fast the time goes. Here's a Patrick Brady. Are you Patrick Gage? I don't know if I'm saying that right. You don't have that many hollows. Patrick G. Is your name just Patrick G? Might be Patrick G. Let's see. Natalie Parker, Pat Gibbs. Wait, are you Pat Gibbs? Oh, that's you. Okay, that's you. Okay. So, Patrick, I have to be able to get $5 out of here. And this is not $5. This is a packet of Korean hollows. And so they're not very expensive. Let me show you what a $5 worth of hollows might look like. So $5 worth of hollows is a full block of hollows that looks maybe a little more like this. That's about $5, maybe a little more even. So that's about $5 of hollows. So I need a whole brick of hollows to equal $5. You can give up other things like ARs, maybe EXs. There we go. So you can give up other cards to try and reach that $5 if you want, but I don't know if you want to actually give up your cards because look, you got 2 SRs, you got 2 ARs, you got a single EX, and it's just Rotom. There it is. Take everything I have. You want to give all this up for a spot in the Tentacruel. Hold on, let's go grab them. I think that might be too much. You might be getting too generous. Okay, so here we have this. Jump into that Bowser, guys. Only 3 spots left for the Bowser. He could go off right now, easily. This could be the end of the stream for the Bowser. Now, here's the Tentacool. Your odds are 1 in 8, and he is a tag 8. And you would like to sell this for $5. Let me look at it. Yeah, actually, you know, it's surprisingly reasonable to offer this for $5 because these are not English cards. These are Korean. They're a bit cheaper. I want you to keep this. I want you to keep the pig because he is a probably a free card, isn't he? I think I gifted him to you, so I would like you to keep the gift. He's an Ace of Spades poker pig. Here we are. What's his name? Tepig? I think it's Tepig. Yeah, that's like 2 SRs. SRs aren't terribly valuable, and 2 ARs, and these aren't terribly valuable either. I think we'll do it. All right, so here's the trade. Now watch this. We'll take these and put them into this bag. And those will go into the Pokey binder break at some point, right? That's what we'll do with it, okay? You just saw me do that. Now, Tentacruel will tick up to 5. And let's get your card in there. So it's Patrick. I see. Seeing how to spell that. Not the low punny, no. All right. So you've converted those pulls into a 1 in 8 chances for a Tentacool. You're probably going to miss, though, okay? 1 in 8's tough round. I hope you pull it. That's like a whole box of Korean. Here we are. Right, but when you open a box of Korean, that comes with a chance for an alternative art. And in this case, he didn't pull it. When you actually go look up the individual prices of those particular cards, it'll probably be like $1, $1.40, $2 maybe. The hollows won't have a value at all, hardly. Okay. Maybe I'll keep the poker card. Yes, I left you the poker card, in fact. We were on the same page on that. So it happens, you know, it depends on what comes out of the box. Like if he had pulled Charizard, that's a different deal, you know. This was actually only 8 packs. Yeah, okay, so very good. Here's Eric Rodriguez. He says Roaring Skies pack split. So we got our first person in the new Roaring Skies pack split. Cool, man. Now, how should I do this? I could keep it on the back. I don't think that's a very good way to do it. So let's get a baggie for this. This music's so nice. I can't believe somebody just invented this. That's a gift, you know, being able to just come up with stuff. All right, Eric Rodriguez. We're hosting 2 pack splits, a really big expensive one and a far cheaper one. Thanks for the 50 cents bonus. We're going to say Roaring. Oops. Oh my God, I can't write. Let me get a sticker. That's not bad for 8 packs. Our skies. Good. Nice. Okay. All right. Mr. Milo. He says shipping and 2 Poke Shuffles. All right, so our Poke Shuffles have become one of our best-selling products on the menu. Is this lining up properly? I don't want any of these cards being like bent or anything. I don't like that. Yeah, all right. Ready? Sometimes we reuse them, so there's a chance they bend over time. 2 Poke Shuffles, Mr. Milo. Good time to do shipping, by the way. Miss Alexis is supposed to come in for Monday shipping. So this daytime stream is a fantastic time to order shipping on your cards. Let's jump over here for Mr. Milo. All right. Milo Copes. Have we never shipped you? First time shipping you, huh? So you're the one that was asking about shipping. Is that what it is? All right, so you're going to give me your shipping address to this email here, huh? Let's see. Time for some Arc Raiders. Please give Alweir. Alweir? What's Alweir? Alweir, huh? Look at that Zapdos. Doesn't that look fantastic? We ought to put one of these Mario Brothers cards into the Poke Shuffle. I mean, they're just so cool. They're pretty affordable. $60 is not a lot of money. And if you end up not liking it, I have 2 ZELLE orders. Oh, good. So let me hit refresh. Oh, it just arrived. Okay. Put me in the Bowser, and could you wait to ship until it goes off? Oh, that's perfectly fine. We can do that for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this shall go into the Poke Shuffles. And again, if you don't like it, it's still a fantastic pull. So this shall say 6 of Spades, Mario, P10. Okay. I should say 2015 Mario. Well, I should say maybe Mario Scene. Something that definitely distinguishes it from any other Mario card, because there's more than one Mario set. There we go. That's going in. That's a new pull in the Poke Shuffles. It's really cool. Mr. Milo. Hey, it's Milo's stream today. He's carrying the stream. Let's see. This trade break, only 3 spots left. Jump in here if you want to see the end of the trade break, everybody. Now, here's this beautiful retro Clown Car Bowser, graded 10 by PSA. Milo Clark. You know, it's not a Pokemon card, but that's also why it's so affordable. Look how affordable that is. Really nice for the chase card from the set. This is basically the Charizard from the set. You have to realize that. This poker set, this is the nicest looking card from the whole thing. And it's only $200. So you just don't get that with Pokemon. This is a great deal precisely because Pokemon's so demanded that it's become overpriced. Everyone has the same idea. Pokemon, Pokemon, Pokemon. But Mario's pretty culturally relevant still, you know. And I actually collect Mario cards myself. I don't know if you guys know that about me. I collect Mario cards. Still taking orders? Yes, sir. We just started. We're taking lots of orders. We're not going anywhere. So sink your teeth in if you want to have some fun today, guys. 2 spots left on Bowser, guys. I'm telling you, that could go off right now. Doesn't take that much money to finish that Bowser off and see who pulls it. Next up, we have a Mr. Hunter. Oh, forgive me. I got to hit refresh. New season just dropped, so now I got to climb back to Daredevil. Oh, for Arc Raiders. I don't understand Arc Raiders. I've never played it. Here's Hunter tipped in a pack of Phantasmal Flames. Phantasmal Flames. Is that their price now? Is it $12.50 now? That's such an annoying price. Don't you hate $half? I hate $half, dude. All right, here you go. Hunter tipped in. Good luck. Maybe the 1-pack snipe. Except for the website, Gunter's got the ooh-ooh. Yes, sir, Mr. Gunter. I am totally still taking orders. I'd love to open or enter you into a break for anything. Here's Alcremie and here's Suicune. Ooh. I was listening to some local news. Branson, Missouri, their Silver Dollar City. Have any of you guys ever been to that? They're expanding it. And I knew about that because I'd heard about it before, but I heard the actual details on the expansion. Oh my God, it's massive. They're trying to build it out like they want to turn it into Disneyland or something, man. It's ambitious. They must be making crazy amounts of money too. The expansion, $500 million expansion in Silver Dollar City. Super wild. Didn't know it was going to be so big. You loot materials, kill machines, and people and extract. Okay, I gotcha. It's an extraction shooter. Is that what it's called? Gaming's tough, man. It's hard to find a game that I want to play these days. Karis and I have been playing Dead Space. First, we finished Dead Space 1. By the way, that is a classic game. If you never played Dead Space, you have to. You just have to. Dead Space is so good. But we finished that. Now we're playing Dead Space 2. Arc Raider sucks. So let's see. So we have Mr. Nicholas Pacheco. Nicholas says, Pokemon Japanese White Flare 1 pack and Pokemon Glory of Team Rocket 4 packs. All right. Team Rocket 4 packs. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. Thank you so much, Nicholas Pacheco. How are you doing? You know, that last pack of Naruto you guys opened was cold. I wonder if the next one could be hot. And actually, it's time to get a fresh box of those out. So let me go get a fresh box of those right after this. Right after these messages. After these messages, we'll be right back. There we go. I know the big news story dominating the news right now is the war in Iran. I've been watching that like every second of every day. I mean, I just check like 500 times a day. How about you guys? My eyes are glued because I'm hoping for a good outcome. Yeah, you ready? Snipping on that. Very good. Mr. Nicholas. Give me Mewtwo, please. Oh, yeah. What do we got? You will be receiving Keldeo. Just one holo? I thought they come with 2 holos. Okay, 1 holo. And Rocket Zapdos. This is one of the reasons I like the Team Rocket set so much. I love the holos. The holos are so fun. Ooh, a Honchkrow. Look at that Honchkrow. I think a lot of people were disappointed when it turned out the Team Rocket set wasn't going to have dark Pokemon in it. That's too bad, huh? But you know, that's a better reason to climb into that first edition Team Rocket booster pack break because it's a classic card set and we're never getting those dark Pokemon back, are we? I mean, unless they reprint them. We did get Dark Sylveon, didn't we? Remember that? From the 25th celebration, we got a Dark Sylveon. That's pretty interesting. So I guess dark Pokemon aren't completely out. Check that out. That's the new pack split. Cheap and affordable. $82 per spot for Team Rocket First Edition. That's not unlimited. That is First Edition. That's the serious stuff. The kind of stuff where if you pull the right card and it grades 10, it never leaves your collection. That kind of stuff. Nicholas Pacheco, let me grab your bag real fast. You know, Unlimited's good too. I'm not going to lie. I like both. They're both valuable. They're both easy to sell. So you know Unlimited has good potential, good value. But the big money is with the First Edition. So you get what you pay for, basically. If you buy Unlimited, you get the cheaper cards, but they're cheaper slabs. If you get First Edition, they're more expensive, but they sell for a lot more, too. All right, we have an Eric Rodriguez. He says, Bowser spot. Oh! There is 1 spot left on Bowser. It's $20. Who wants to take a pot shot at a Bowser poker card? That's pretty good. Dark Dragonite from Rocket Returns might be my favorite artwork. Dude, I got like 6 of those. I don't mean to brag, but man, that is also one of my favorite artworks. So I bought a bunch of them. Back then, they weren't that special. They were actually pretty cheap back in the day. The first one I bought was $250 back in 2019 because the only thing people were buying in that time period was like the old WotC era sets. And Rocket Returns was like a 2003, 2004 EX era Gold Star set that nobody even knew about. Like all the old collectors, all of us 35, 40-year-old boomers, we only know Fossil, Jungle, Rocket, base set, maybe the, the Gym Hero, Gym Challenge, and the Neo era. But almost all of us stopped collecting heading into the Gold Star era. So that was just brand new territory. It's experimental, basically. So I managed to snatch 2 of those Dragonites for $250. And last sold on that Dragonite was like 20,000 or some bizarre number. It's like, Jesus, dude. Actually, one of the things I like to do after the weekend ends, I like to look on social media for signs of top last sold. Jeez, dude. Paris Hilton in panties with Hugh Hefner. Why is this put in front of my eyes? I follow Pokemon card channels, and then I open up my phone and go to Instagram, and it put the sexy ladies in front of me. So I hate it. I promise I hate it. I don't hate it that much. All right, so let's see. So, okay, so here are some over the weekend record-breaking sales. Are you ready? Skyrish Charizard, Crystal Charizard, 67,000. Skyridge Gengar, 48,000. Base set Charizard, PSA 10, 31,000. Wow. Call of Legends Kyogre, 28,000. Skyridge Ho-Oh. I overpaid for my Skyridge Ho-Oh. At the time, I bought him for $6K. And at the time, I thought that was way overpriced. But I was like, oh, well. And now his last sold, 25,000 in auction. Gym Challenge. Blaine's Charizard, first edition holo, has caught up to the Dark Charizard. It is now $19,000. Okay. And then, let's see, Shining Charizard Unlimited went for 16. Blastoise Expedition went for 15. Gyarados Holo went for 12. Aquapolis Tyranitar went for $11,000. Wow. Those are some crazy prices. And where does it go from here? Does it just keep going up? I think it does. Because everyone who is already holding those cards can now make that much money when they sell those cards. And then in turn, they can go buy what they want. So more money is entering the hobby than is leaving the hobby. That's what's going on here. Thoughts? Did you even think that Iran ever had nukes or nuclear capabilities? Well, I mean, they strongly wanted nuclear capabilities. So that's not a great thing, even if they didn't chant death to America, death to Israel, right? Like, I don't exactly want Afghanistan's Taliban to have a nuke either, right? Do you? Why should any country have a nuke? And so the goal is probably to reduce the number of small, easily collapsible countries from having, world-changing nuclear bombs. But in particular, if you have a small country and the leader's a guy who thinks he talks directly to God or whatever, and he wants a nuclear bomb, and he's chanting death to you, what's the real question is, why did we wait so long to do this? Why didn't Clinton do it? Why didn't George Bush do it? Why didn't Obama do it? Obama is the one who should have done it, by the way. Why didn't Biden do it? I know why Biden didn't do it. It's because it's like, that guy was a fart. And then so finally, all this time later, it's finally happened. And it's really not a surprise, to me anyways. Okay, Mr. Milo says, here is my shipping. So Milo, let me grab your bag again. I don't think we grabbed your bag the first time, did we? Let me see. Let me grab this bag. Yeah, the whole Iran war is a whole conversation. Some people are strongly against it. I think we have been seeing some parades in the streets of America of actual Iranians coming out because they've sought to seek shelter here in the U.S. And they're celebrating because the Iranian regime was really not that nice. Surprise. When your leader's like a guy who talks to God, he might be maybe like a fundamentalist jerk or something, right? Like, because you can justify something as good or evil in a heartbeat if you think you're in touch with God or something. It's scary stuff. It's scary stuff. It's like stuff you write books out of, like scary movies, horror movies out of. The person who thinks they're talking to God and they've got all the power too, This is scary stuff. Do they get shipped as well, the slabs? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got one spot on the Bowser. Join it, $20. I'd love to see that Bowser finish, because then we can mark him off and move on to the next thing. Ooh, the Bowser break. Let's talk about the population of this card. Here we go. Let's see. I heard that the war over there can last a little while. I'm not a fan of anything like that. This new thing where it's like a one-day war, I'm a huge fan of that. That's great. But sounds like we might be over there for a little while, and I don't like that at all. So I hope that ends quickly. I think that'll be proven to be very unpopular if we stay over there too long. So that is Pop 7, just so you know. Quite rare. But the last spot is sold, so I don't need to convince you to jump in here anymore. Daniel Petit. Hey, Daniel, I'm so glad you're here. You've got $40, Daniel. You know the Rayquaza, we had a Rayquaza break. That's canceled. There's nobody jumping into it. So that's what happens if a break joins the table and it sits there for too long and no one joins it, like it's just got no momentum, we cancel it early. So you've got $40. And we have to start some new breaks. So stay tuned because you might find something new that you like. We usually pick something really nice. I'm surprised in the Rayquaza not taking flight. More for me, I suppose. Here it is. I thought Trump said there was peace in the Middle East. No, he said it like this. He said, the first intergalactic empire. That's what he said. And then he said, and then we will have peace. All right, so there you go. A little Star Wars quote. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. All right, so the count was correct. So Daniel, you have your $40. Let me set it over here. No more Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah, perhaps not. 1, 2. He'll say he deserves it though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, here it is, Bowser. Ready? Yeah, I don't know, guys. I've been watching the news on the subject very carefully, and I've been kind of watching the responses from countries. And I think it started off with a lot of like, ooh, we're not into that. And then when it turned out how successful the strikes were at toppling the regime, I feel like the tone has changed from a lot of countries from, no, 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 we don't want this, to, all right, well, maybe we help you out now, you know. And then also Iran turned around, and you know what they did? They shot at a bunch of Gulf neighbors. Like the UAE had one of their famous hotels shot by Iran. Like, what the hell? And you see that kind of stuff and you go, well, that's why nobody's wanting them to stick around. You know, this is why they've got so much instability and people eyeballing them like, damn, bro, should you have like this gigantic stockpile of missiles and intercontinental ballistics and a nuclear program? It's because you're just like a jerk, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But for me, the chants were enough to do it. I grew up listening to those chants, you know. You guys did too if you watched the news. I'm sure you did. But I watched the news a lot growing up, and I listened to those chants for years and years and years. And my whole life, I always wondered why we never actually went after them. It's like, I thought the U.S. was tough or something. It's like, not that tough. We are. All right. You ready? Here we are. But I think the United States doesn't have an appetite for war after what happened in Afghanistan, what happened in the last 20 years. Because those wars were they were like nation building. It's like what they say, it's nation building. We stick around. We try to convert the country into our style of government. But the people don't really support it because they know it's just sort of like a puppet government. And, you know, and then we start trying to push Western ideals and stuff like that. They don't like that kind of stuff. No one does. No one likes to be told how to be by a, you know, conquering country that's sitting in your positions of power and all that. It's very annoying, right? So those wars were failures, and I really think they were. They were huge failures. And so the question is, will this one be a failure too? And we'll have to see. I mean, we're just watching. It is. I think Americans shouldn't be totally afraid, is probably what I would have to say. Those are my thoughts. We can't let the bad management in the past in the Middle East be a reason to lose our edge, our toughness, you know, and our influence. All right, give me a number. What do we got? Maybe the U.S. needs more oil. No, it's definitely not about oil. I don't think it's an oil situation. The U.S. has a lot of oil, as it turns out. Oh, yeah. Dark Dragonite from Rocket Returns might be my favorite artwork. Stream Requiem. A 1, a 2, a 3, 4. There we go. Ta-da. All right, and now, I think there is a point where the Middle East could actually have some peace. I love Qatar and UAE and Saudi Arabia. They're pretty peaceful places. Nothing too crazy going on over there. Wait, did we already shuffle these? No, we didn't already shuffle these. Got an order on the website. Nice. Sounds good, man. The Bowser break, guys. It's going off. Bowser, the famous bad guy in Mario series. Evil villain. We got the Crown Prince of Iran here in America. I wonder if he'll have a role over there. Give me a number. They used to have a king. They used to be Persia. Give me a number. We definitely don't need other countries' oil. Yeah, U.S. Has a surprising amount of energy. Okay, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. Okay, good. I'll tell you somebody who was buying Iran's oil. China and Russia were. They're kind of like, I call it the China-Russia axis. They have their group, their network. Here's Daniel Petit. And, you know, Russia's still over there pummeling the Ukrainians, trying to take Ukrainian land, which is interesting. But Trump has gone out and knocked out one of their key allies. He's knocked out a China-Russia ally. It's very interesting. Here's a wheezing. So they don't get to do any more trade with Iran. Here's no more cheap oil from Iran, or I don't know what'll happen. You get this card. And here's Eric Rodriguez. Here's Cuckoo Dial. Correct. Thought that canal, they are closing. Here's Alicia Brown. Yeah, I mean, the energy markets will probably be affected by the war for a little while at least, but we don't know what will happen in the long run. I think that the best outcome is the Iranian people themselves, especially the young Iranians who don't want to be ruled over by hyper-religious boomers. They go, we want a modern economy. We want a secular society where you can choose to be who you want to be. And they sort of rise up and start to take over some of the government and fill some of those, roles within the government. Here's Javier Arroyo. Of course, we don't know how that'll work. We don't know what'll happen. A lot of things can happen. Javier? That guy's been getting lucky as hell, dude. Javier Arroyo's getting lucky as hell lately. Wow. All right. So it's his. Holy, dude. And Andy Dirksen. Oh, right. I forgot he bought a spot in there. We definitely need more likes for Mr. Please help him and smash the like button. Ah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Here we go. Okay. Tossing this over here. Good, 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 good. Ooh. We're going to put a mark on this. So we'll just automatically assume you would like this trade. There we go. Yeah, Javier Arroyo is starting to get pretty lucky. He opens a ton of the Pokey Shuffles and the live customs and doesn't do bad over there. So he also has a special channel in Discord. You guys can buy one of these channels if you want. It's a private digital channel where I take a picture of every one of your slabs. That's great for people who want to store a lot of stuff over here. Okay. So now I've taken a picture of this for him. And let's write his name down. Well, that's done. And you know what we don't have? We do not have a lightning break. We don't have a lightning break. We also don't have a heartbreak. So we have very few breaks up on the table at the moment. We've got this Jigglypuff consignment. We have the Heartbreak Psyduck, the Mega Break, and Nami. So the variety of breaks is kind of on the low side. This is good because it's a fun time. It means we get to pick something. Who doesn't like that? Pop 7 Bowser, awesome. Yeah, he's cool, man. That's why I turned him into a break. I immediately thought he was really neat. I was like, we got to get this guy into a break. All right, we have a Dylan Chan order. 1 spot for the binder break, 1 spot for the jumbo pack break. You got it. The binder break, we just filled it out with more stuff today. And it's looking pretty nice. Here you go, Mr. Dylan Chan. Good luck over there, man. The jumbo pack break is bursting at this point because it hasn't gone off in a while. And so it just keeps getting fatter. We just keep adding more booster packs to it, and it's pretty unbelievably full now. Probably a value around 185. Now, jumping over here. Mr. Dylan, the first guy in the binder break. Here's the binder break for those who are just joined. Kingdra Reshiram, Hoot Hoot, Explode, and Magnemite. You knew about those. You knew about these classic collection English cards. You knew about these poker cards already, like this Ace of Hearts Oshawa. That's pretty good. This one card probably sells for like 75 bucks in a 10, you know? But, okay, but here's what we did add. So at the end of this, we start adding Altart, Metacam, some of these Vs and Vmaxes. Now, those are Korean cards, but here is a nice holographic rare Talonflame from the XY era. Looks fantastic. Sprigatito, I think that's McDonald's. Here's a little random Kadabra. Here's another random poker card. Here's a, this is a cute card. It's Old Maid Eevee. Just a little bit of fun. Horsey, Aegislash, Bronzong. And then these are serious, though. These are vintage Topps common cards. Here it is. So a couple of those. So that's for one stream we added that little chunk. And, you know, every stream that goes by, we add a little more. Really starts to add up pretty fast. You know, like the bag gets expensive very quickly. I think it's already probably worth 160, don't you guys think? Pretty sure it's already at that point. So anything is just the cherry on top. Anything we add from this point is cherry. Thank you, Mr. Dillon. You're in both breaks now. We have Chenseg Vong, and he says, for shipping on all slabs. Could I ask you, how many slabs you got there? Do I need to make a really heavy label, or is it just a couple? I think for you, it's just a couple, right? Like 4, maybe? Okay. Here, oops. There we go. And we're going to reduce this weight because I don't think there's a heavy one. Maybe like 4 or 5. Perfect. That's what I was feeling. Okay, we got this queuing up. I'm sure it will give us a price soon. While that's queuing up, let's see what the next order is. We do have an order over here from Miss Natalie. Oops. Dude, I don't know why my emails do this. They do this thing where I click on it and it shows me the previous email, even though I'm clicking on the next email. Miss Natalie says 5 packs of Stellar Crown and 2 Twilight Masquerade. All right, we're chewing through those Stellar Crowns pretty surprisingly quickly. Let's grab 5 of these. I think it's just that the price looks more attractive than maybe the other sets, but let's see, 2 Twilight Masquerades. I don't know how much of this I got left either. All right. Today, we just did a very large purchase of first edition Team Rocket booster packs. They're just at a ridiculous valuation these days. And I don't know, we're just going to keep loading up on them, I guess. I could have bought a modern set, you know that? I could have bought a modern set, but maybe we're at a point of no return on these vintage packs. Do you think they come back down in price? I don't think they do. You know, with the Rocket Charizard first edition holo selling for now $20,000. This is probably underpriced. Doesn't look underpriced, but it just, that's probably how it is. You know, a sealed box of Rockets probably worth more than 40 now. If one card can net you half the value of the box, and he pulls pretty frequently, right? Like he's in like every other box or every 2 out of 3 boxes. We've opened a number of Rocket boxes ourselves. The Dark Charizard, he shows up. I swear, he's in like 2 out of every 3 boxes. All right, Stellar Crown. Oh, the Eevee was from Stellar Crown. That's where that artwork comes from. All right, Miss Natalie Parker. How you doing, Natalie? Oh, you're picking Archelodon AR coming out of your Stellar Crowns. Okay. And now you've also got Poltergeist Blissey. Blissey? Look at that, Blissey. And Tatsugiri Alakazam Infernape. All right, lovely. What makes Topps Merlin 2 and 3 so expensive compared to 1? Well, I think they just printed a lot of Topps Series 1 for the Merlin stickers, and I'm betting they didn't print 2 or 3 very much, so they're just not very available. But there's a really, the very best one is Merlin 2. That's the set that has the holographic Charizard in it, so it's way high above the other 2. It's just way better to open because you have that shot for the holo Charizard, but it's just going to cost you so much money. So, you know, Merlin 1, it's fun. It's got a non-holo Charizard in it that does sell for a decent amount, by the way. So Merlin 1 has a total of 3 Charizards in it. It's got like a logo Charizard, a puzzle piece Charizard, and then just a plain Charizard. And then it has holographic Gengar, holographic Blastoise, Mew, Charmeleon, holographic Scyther, holographic Snorlax. But if you actually want to pull a holographic Merlin Charizard, you have to open Merlin 2. And it just seems to be a lot more rare. So that's how it's rolling. Oops, what did I just grab here? Philip S. Great question, by the way. If you guys ever have a question about the products or about the prices, feel free to ask. Whoa, look at this price difference. Why is the Zapdos 150 but the Kadabra 450? I don't understand. Don't know. Here's Contract Zesuto. Here's Charizard green. That could be a heartbreak, maybe. What would 2,000 divided by 40 equal? Oops. 50? Nah. Let's see. What if we did 2,000 divided by 36, as if I was doing 36 booster packs? So we could sell the booster packs at $55 each to get into this Poker Charizard. That'd be fun. Maybe I could do a fun thing where everyone gets a poker card too from that break. I don't know. Middle finger Kadabra. Yeah, he is flipping the finger, isn't he? Ivan Ramirez. Hey, what's up, Ivan Ramirez? One box of the Mega Symphonia. Let me go grab that. Be right back, guys. Did that close? Okay, that closed. Mega Symphonia. All right, I'll be honest with you, Ivan. I haven't repriced this in like 7 years. When did these come out? This was the Mega Base set, right? We can't ignore it. We got to look. You know, I don't spend enough time checking prices or anything. It looks like it's good. So we're good. We're fine with where it's at. All right, perfect. Let's get this open. Mr. Ivan, good luck. I don't see it ever going to 10K because it's not an ace, but maybe 5K. This? You talking about Charizard? He'll be the first poker card to reach those high prices for sure. I mean, he's the chase by far. You got to understand how poker decks work. In a poker deck, the Charizard's not guaranteed. Some poker cards are guaranteed. So like, let's see if I have any. I don't have many on the table. So some of the poker cards are guaranteed in every deck. The Charizard is a rare pull. And he looks fantastic. I mean, he just does. He looks great. Look at that. Oh, yeah. He makes me want to be the very best, I think. So that guy, he's probably going, just like any good Charizard card, he's going up, man. And I don't know when he'll reach 10K. That could be a while. But, man, the hobby is surprising, you know. 1 second you think that card will never be worth anything. And the next second, you know, you're selling Quest PSA 10 Quest Chansey for 2.7 thousand. And you're like, what the fuck? That's the Charizard from Cardos. It only has one horn instead of two. Well, that's just because the other horn would be hidden by his neck. There we are. But yeah, that's an original artwork, right? All right, let's see. It's one of those classic artworks. You see it on Top Sun. You see it on the Cardos Game Boy. You see it here on the poker card. It's also the Charizard artwork they chose for Blaine's Charizard. So it's used a lot. It's a really iconic artwork. We are. What the hell? Found a bunch of them at Goodwill. Didn't know they had value. Geez, I slipped up. We are. Goodwill. More like good riddance. That no one ever was? That's why I said it's tempting at 2K. Oh, you were saying it was tempting. All right. I thought you were saying it was like overpriced at 2K. I misinterpreted what you were saying. My bad. Yeah, I agree. I actually think he's also tempting at 2K. He was originally in Slab away, but whoever put him in there didn't make any payments on him, so I pulled it back down. That's the only reason he's for sale. We are? All right. Let's see. Is that right? Like, did I actually reprice him? Let me see. The nice thing about the cards on my table is you can pay them down over time. Let's see. I think I would rather have that than a little less than half an ounce of gold. Good way to look at it. Charizard's better in that case. Charizard's pretty good. Let's see. Now, but hold on. What am I basing his value on? Here's the blue deck. Here's a green deck, but that one's in Italy. No one wants the one from Italy. Did the other one already sell? Is that what happened? Maybe the one I was basing him off of is sold now. Let's check. Ended recently. Give me a second here. There we go. Let's go pull some heat. Yeah, I agree. Okay, he must have sold or something. I don't know. All right. Let's go ahead and open this up. Here's Obama. I'm very protective of these poker zards. I don't like to sell them. And here we are. A cold one. I think I'm just giving up one because I like to raise some funds to do some more grading. In particular, I've got plenty of poker cards to grade. Here's Cernius. Here's a cold one. You did reprice it. Okay, I did reprice it. I think I base it off of a Charizard that's no longer there, though. He's not on the market anymore. There we are. Good. All right. Here's a cold one. Here's Inteleon. Look at that Inteleon. Is the yellow deck Charizard the rarest? I believe he will be the rarest Charizard. People seem to prefer the red deck Charizard because it has a Charizard on the back. Wow. So lucky, dude. Look at that. Mega Symphonia Chase Pull. Look at that Gardevoir. That is a great, fantastic day for you. Man. Pokemon cards are so good looking these days. All right, they know what they're doing. Okay, cold. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. Thanks for placing that order, Mr. Ivan. Appreciate it, man. Oops. Here's Gardevoir. Cold. This thing. I don't even know what this is. The Mega Evolution thing, isn't it? I guess we're going to have Mega Evolutions for a while because they're not releasing the new games till 2027. Remember that? So what'll that be? Spring 2027 or January 2027? Because there's a difference between March and January. So we got a lot of these Mega Evolution sets ahead of us, guys. We're not going to run out of Mega Evolution for a while. I mean, we're in March of this year already. But that means we got like 9 months of Mega Evolution left. That's a lot of Mega Evolution. It sold in February for $3K. I sent it in Discord. I think I saw that too, but I think I had found one cheap on the internet. Now, but the one you're looking at, that is a red back. What we're selling is a green back. So the color on the back of the card does help decide a little bit of its value, with the green back being maybe a little less desirable than the red back having Charizard on it. But they're both good, right? Like you can collect one of each. Green, blue, red, yellow. So you can collect all of them. I bet you have the shiniest tinfoil trash on trash day. Yeah, we have some pretty advanced amounts of trash. It's pretty bad, actually. It's a lot to keep up with. Not fun. It's one of the parts of this job I don't like is all the trash that gets generated and trying to keep up with it. It consumes our home almost, you know, in a way. It takes over the whole home. All right, there you go, Mr. Ivan. Remember, Ivan, if you don't want these packs here with the EXs and the holos, you can trade to get into the trade slab. Keeps your bag thin and gives you a chance for a slab in the meantime. Let's see. That's our new thing is we tell people to trade for the trade slab. I've found that it's been mostly successful. You lower the amount of stuff on the table. Did you need a new bag? Let's get you a new bag, Mr. Ivan. You lower the total weight on the table, more shelf space, and at the same time, you liquidate some slabs too. So it's like a good trade-off for both of us. You guys get a slab, and I get lower shipping costs. If you could get a shredder, you could make good art. Yeah, good art. Good art, huh? Good wine, good food, good sex. Yes, I'm an artist now. Yes, we make art out of cardboard. I don't know. Am I stinky enough to be an artist? I don't know if I'm stinky enough. I think I'm too plain. I'm too plain bagel. Here's Kadabra. Here's Checklist. And here's Dragonair. So the Bowser is done. And it's time to find something to replace him. I have a box. That's why we couldn't find you. You have a box. All right. Where will the Ivan Ramirez box be? Here it is. I see it. It's to my right. Can you burn your trash? No, that's illegal. I have burned some cardboard boxes before, just plain brown cardboard boxes with minimal, like, writing and stuff on them. But we don't burn hardly anything. The only thing we burn is appropriate wood. We burn like wood. Like trashy wood, sticks and stuff that falls in our yard. Sticks and stones that break my bones. Here's a nice Hello Kitty. Ooh, yeah. So this is a nice card. Look at this Hello Kitty card. I don't think we have any Hello Kitties left. But here's one. So you can enjoy a Hello Kitty card. Or your wife, or your girlfriend, or your sister, or your niece, or your daughter. That is a lovely holographic Hello Kitty card. Come on, man. Definitely don't want to burn that packed trash. Yeah, some toxic stuff. I wouldn't even want to be near it, Who would want to be near that when it's burning? It would give you, like, cancer. Let's see. I can't find one. So I cannot find a Weiss Hello Kitty of this style. But I can see that they're generally getting listed around $80. So that's going to be our price here on this holographic as well. So this is a holographic Hello Kitty. And we're going to price it at $80 as a PSA 10. It's a lovely card. Here's a Nintendo ZELLE Poker Master Sword. It's a lovely card. Placed an order through the website. Yes, let's take care of that next. I just wanted to take a moment and try to get something priced because we got to try and squeeze all this work into this little limited time stream, live stream. This card's going to be a very agreeable $45. It's 2011 Nintendo Zelda Master Sword. And then, let's see. Oh, King of Hearts Lily Solgaleo. So I believe this has actually gotten pretty expensive. The Lily Solgaleo poker card is a highly desirable Lily card. It's also really rare. There's just not a lot of these. So Lily collectors go after this. Remember, we were talking about Extra Battle Day Lily the other day and how it has reached a price point of 170,000. Well, this is population 27. And I'm confident somewhere out there are more Lily collectors that simply don't know that this card exists. But let me show you a card I sold myself on eBay, if it will load fast enough. Also, let's take a look at that order, shall we? I'm hitting refresh. Oh, you're Mr. Let's see. So we have an order from John Reagan and Lamar Hughes coming up. Okay, you guys are next. It's actually John Reagan's turn next. He wants the Korean Glory of Team Rocket box. So that's the next order. Very cool, man. All right, so if we scroll down, boop, 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 where'd it go? Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. So you can see I sold this Solgaleo Lunala card for $450 at the beginning of the month. So that's Solgaleo Lunala. Not the same as, I'm sorry, that's Lily and Lunala, not Lily and Solgaleo. Their names are so confusing. PSA 10... playing poker. That's what I do. I search playing and poker. And we're typing Lily. All right, let's see what we got here. So we want the cheapest one. Let's see what we got. Cheapest Solgaleo is a ridiculous $1,200, which seems really high, actually. And then the Lunala comes as low as $750. Huh. What's the last sold, though? That seems too expensive, doesn't it? Let's choose ended recently. All right, so I think the most recent sold was actually that Lunala that you saw I had. So, and if that went for 450, we'll make this one 450 as well. So my price is like 1/3 the price of eBay. That's pretty good. All right. This is 1/3 the price of eBay. Maybe a little more than 1/3, but now let's take care of this order. Mr. John Reagan, 30 packs of Glory of Team Rocket. Do I have one of those nearby? That'd be really nice, wouldn't it? I don't think I do. I think I have to stand up for this one. Okay, so we're standing up for this order. Mary punch in the air right now. I sold mine for $250 a few months ago. Dang it! All right, let me go get this. All right, here we are. There we go. Brought in 2 boxes just in case another order comes in. I'm here. Hey, hey, how's it going, John Reagan? So, John Reagan, it is your turn, and then Mr. Lamar. Welcome to the morning Monday stream, everybody. Okay. Ooh. Chomping that up. Let's start snipping. Snipping time. We've already had a pretty cool pull today with the Gardevoir. And the Bowser break went off. That's pretty awesome. Oh, we got to put that into the breaks channel, the breaks history channel. So the Bowser break went off, everybody. And now it's time to choose a new break. We also started up 2 pack splits. 2 of them, not one of them. A Roaring Skies, which is relatively cheap. It's about $14.50. And then a really expensive one. It's the Rocket pack break for big ballers. Oops. Rocket First Edition. All right. Boink. All right, you ready? Here goes. Cold. Spidops. Cold. Ooh, Crobat Golden. Very nice. Here's Setatan. A cold one. Gorabis. Cold. Oh. The Tree. Arboliva. Here's One Punch Man. Here's Persian. Here's Sneasel. Murkrow. No Mewtwo in this round. That Mewtwo from this set is pretty cool, huh? Kangaskhan. Ah, Meowth. This set's so fun to open. So is Destined Rivals, man. We got Destined Rivals on the menu right now if you guys want some. That set's awesome. They're probably going to reprint it, but man, it feels so good to open that stuff. Really makes you want to finish that collection, you know. Or if you've never pulled the Mewtwo, I would want to pull it. He's just really nice. Okay, Tyranitar is always good. Hold. Zapdos, and there we have it. John Reagan, where did you get the first edition pack from? So I sourced it from a sealed box. That's how I sourced it. All of my first edition packs are sourced that exact same way. I'm really strict when I buy them. You know, there's cheaper packs, but the problem is with those cheaper packs, those are likely weighed. All right. Very good. You guys, some of you have been around for a long time. You guys have watched a lot of those rocket packs get open, right? And how many hollows per non-hollows do you think we pull? It's been pretty close to 3-to-1, hasn't it? Just like it should be. And that's all thanks to my really strict method of sourcing packs. I don't like to source bad packs that look like they were just junk packs. I don't like to do that. Here we are. All right, cool, man. He bought it from the guy at the gas station. Now, Mr. John Reagan. John. The reason why that's such a big deal to me because let's say I couldn't sell the pack to you guys. You didn't want it. Well, then I can always resort to opening it myself. And so that's the way I see it. I don't look at my inventory as just like, oh, maybe I can sell this to these guys if I get the price down low enough. I look at it like a gold nugget where I would grade this stuff myself and I would open this stuff myself if I could never sell it. So it's sort of like, it's more personal. It's like it's mine, you know? Me, my mine. That's that Beatles song. You guys know that one? It's a good song. But no, I really look at it that way. So when we add something like the collector boosters from Magic the Gathering, I really ask myself, let's say this product's not selling. Would I open it? Would I grade it? And if the answer is yes, then I know it's a good product to stock. If I look at a product and I ask myself, would I grade this myself? And the answer is no, I'm not super interested in it. So we buy a minimal amount of it. So that's why you see me like taking on huge amounts of that Topps Naruto, because I know that's a quality product, because I know I would sell that product. If I didn't have a card shop store to sell the boosters, I would become open all this myself and grade it myself and get it up on eBay kind of guy. And that's that test is sort of like a mental test the cards go through before we start acquiring them. Discord Mistress, says Mr. Ivan. Let me take a quick look at Mr. Ivan's message. He says, here it is. Yeah, that's the one in Italy, right? All right. Okay, so Mr. Daniel says, can I use my $40 toward the Rocket Pack split? Yes. So the answer is yes. Oops, I'm in caps lock. Yes, you'd need $42 more to finish it. To finish a whole spot in the break. All right, there you go. So I've updated that. Thank you for the question. Now, we have Mr. Lamar Hughes, and he says, oh, it's Topps, isn't it? Yep, one Topps pack. Now, did I bring Topps in here? Yes, I did. Good. So, oops, that's Nikkei. Put that back over there. Topps Naruto. Yes, got some of this lovely Topps. Oh my gosh, my phone's gonna die. We're at 20%. How are we at 20? How are we at 20%? Was the phone not charging before we started? All right. There you go. All right, so we plugged the phone in. Hopefully that didn't change anything. My phone was gonna die. Normally the phone's all the way charged. All right. We're all warmed up. It feels like the stream is really going now. We're getting some cool orders here. We're getting some cool pulls. We're getting our work done. We're getting some progress made on the binder break, the jumbo pack break, the 2 new pack splits. All right. There we go. Very good. Oh, yeah. My friend bought a spot in your break 2 years ago. He got the Dark Blastoise Hollow, graded PSA 8, and he still has it. Saw it last night. Oh, that's awesome, man. You know, PSA 8 wouldn't have been worth much back then, but today it's actually probably worth a decent chunk of money. Okay, so look at all these Narutos. Isn't that nice? Lots of toes. You get 1 pack of this, Mr. Lamar. Thank you so much. Yeah, I didn't go light on this product. I thought this product was pretty serious when I saw it. I was like, yo, that looks nice. Glad I did. It's been a favorite. All right. Did my shipping label print? Just double checking. Ooh, it probably, there it is. Let's print that up. All right. Sorry about that. You know, it's the damn software. It takes so dang long. Oh. And my label printer's driving me nuts too. It's printing 2 labels at a time, which means we're going to run out of labels really fast. So this is going to say slabs. I don't think I need to write on it. She knows to look for slabs. Good. All right, so that's done. Mr. Lamar, what you got? Wait time's nice and short, by the way. Hope you guys are having a great Monday. You know, I usually find that Mondays are still decently busy compared to like Tuesdays. And I have a theory for that. Is because everyone's bummed out that they have to go back to work. And opening a nice booster pack of cards or joining a break or opening a Poke Shuffle, I think it's the equivalent of having like a donut at work. A donut, but it doesn't make you fat. It makes your wallet thin. Here's Hashirama. But I think that's what it is. It's a little pick-me-up almost, because it's like Monday's like the worst day of the week unless you got like some easy-ass job or like you're a stay-at-home dad or some rare thing. You know what I mean? Even I don't look for, Monday rolls around and I'm like, back to work. No, I'm always working, but Mondays are bad for me too, because you know what else happens? My wife goes back to work, and I have such a good time when she's not working. She's in such a good mood on the weekends, and then she goes back to work mood, and it's like, even I don't get to enjoy Mondays as much just because of that, because it's such a stressful thing to have to start the week over and be like, all right, back to the grind. Back to the most fulfilling life the U.S. economy can afford. Sitting at a desk for 12 hours. Did you see the Discord in the green deck? First week of the month, Bills days. Oh, right. It's the first week of the month too, huh? All right, good thing that you mentioned that, because I forget about that all the time. People point that out. But you're right, it's Bills week. Time to pay the bills. After watching you show off your Kabuto collection, I had to grab the vending one. Such good art. Didn't even know it existed, says Billy Quaid. I'm glad that helped you be aware of that card. And I think the funny part is that will probably make it harder for the actual Kabuto King guy to go buy that card. But that's like a Grail Kabuto. And I bet you that he just doesn't own many of those. Yeah, that whole video was about how can someone declare themselves the king of buying what? Ratty, cheap, commons that were overprinted? It just doesn't make sense to me. Gary King Pokemon was the king because he held the majority share of PSA 10 Grail Charizards. It made sense. It made sense that way. That's definitely not true for Kabuto King. I doubt that he's got like the majority share of Legendary Collection Kabutos, or even the vending collection. Maybe he's got like some first edition 10 fossil Kabutos, but does he have the majority of those? Probably not. And those aren't even good. That's not the Grail Kabutos. It is a Kabuto. It's the first Kabuto they made, but it's not the Grail. Again, the Grail's the Legendary Collection one. So it's weird to think that you can just call yourself king and everyone just goes with it because you did a funny thing, like you made the price of the ungraded common go up in price. But I don't know. When I saw that, I didn't think it was impressive then. And then I still don't think it's impressive now. And you got all this negative stuff. I keep hearing stuff about him and crypto rug pulls or something. I don't know. I don't know if any of that's true. Did you see the Discord in the green deck? First week of the month, build day, beautiful art, not a cheap card. I love how under every short is someone mentioning Charizard. Yeah, that guy's consistent. Vending Kabuto's like $50 to $60 a pop. Hey, what's up, Miss Mary? Yeah, so that's the vending Kabuto ungraded. But when you want to call yourself the king of something, you better have the PSA 10 of that card, or CGC 10 or Black Label or something, because, commons are cheap, man. They're not rare. They're not hard to acquire. That's the thing. Ungraded cards are easy to acquire. They just are. All right, so Daniel Petit, he says, Rocket Pack Split and my $40 credit to get into the first edition Rocket Break. All right, check it out, everybody. This Rocket Break now has its first guy in it. There's one person in here, okay? Daniel Petit, first one in. There you go, Mr. Daniel. Put you in here. He does something similar on another channel. There's a mod. Haha, I wish I could get a 10. Yeah, sadly, it's just Mike's. There's a mod. How many mods in this stream? How many mods we got? We got any moderators? Doobie-doo. Pack Split Rocket. All right. So now we got 2 Pack Split bags. One for the much cheaper Roaring Skies and one for the Rocket. He's not all there. Who's not all there? Kabuto King did pump the market on Fossil Kabuto, though. Yeah, like on the cheapest version of the card, on the just on a common ungraded card. And so I think that is fascinating to watch, but it doesn't make you the king of it, No mods here. What? See, Mary? Yeah, okay, let me click on this. We were protected the whole time by Mahasvara. He was in the shadows. All right, let's hit refresh on this. The guy who comments Charizard under all your shorts. Maybe I should actually give him a Charizard. You guys, do you think that would be fun? I should draw him another. We should do another Charizard drawing, and once again call it Charizard and send it to him. Oh, look at that Duskull, huh? That's nice. Here's a Darkrai. So this guy could be priced up right now. Now he's gonna probably be about $100, maybe less. Inshallah. Hey, what's up, Mr. Nicholas? You made a mod. I made him a mod. Who, the Charizard guy? Did I actually make him a moderator? All right, let's jump over here. PSA 10, Darkrai. Ooh, that Duskull. I know, he looks so nice. Ooh, I want that one. Yep. Oh, that's funny. I don't remember doing that. That sounds like what I would do, though. The Charizard guy, make him a mod. It is. All right. So, the cheapest Darkrai Cosmic Hollow from 2024 is $100. Crazy. 100. There it is. Can I be mod? Negative. Is okay. We've got Mega Latias. You can be the go-go dancer in the back of the room. Mega Latias. Let's grab this sleeve. Mister, would you live in China if they had low taxes? Yeah, I've talked about that already. China does have low taxes in one region, Hong Kong. One of the wealthiest places in China is Hong Kong. And they have a 15% tax rate. And it's like, damn, bro. I would save money if I lived there. Mega lot of, but, you know, it would change a lot for us to live there. I guess it'd be a big change, I suppose. Still, I think it's probably an extremely nice place to live. I've seen it. I've looked into it. Yeah, it makes where I'm living now kind of like a bummy place. So here is Latios for 400. Okay, Latios is for 400. Latios can be for 400 as well. Here it is. Latios. Latias. Okay. We have an open queue if you guys are interested in any products today. That's what the McDonald's guy called his hamburger. Did you guys hear that? He called the McDonald's Arch Burger or whatever, Golden Arch Burger, he called it a product. This product is very human. Here's, oh, this is also a consignment. Well, we're still running into these consignment slabs. All right. You know what? Let's turn this into a gym break. So this shall be a gym break, but it's a waifu gym break. We usually only have Pokemon gym breaks. All right. Yeah, I like these countries that have lower tax rates than America. It's really impressive that they can do that. Here's a $20 1 and 2 full art girl card. Ooh. Just for a bit of fun, if you're looking for a bit of fun. This is the other gym break right now. Darkrai 10, $60. I'm surprised nobody's jumped into the Darkrai, but it's not like we priced them unbearably high. Like, what does this card actually sell for? Let me find it for you. Okay, PSA 10, All Stars, Darkrai. So let's look up the PSA 10 and you'll see how reasonable we are. All right, let's see. You ready? So the cheapest one is $90 with $8 shipping. So that's $98. This one is $60. That's $40 cheaper than $100. That's like almost 50% off. And we still gave it a 10, but it's like $40 cheaper than the eBay price. You would pay taxes on eBay too. So look at this one. It's $98.30. It's basically $100. And then this one's just straight up $100. So this is literally $40 cheaper than the PSA 10. And it's just a fun little TCC 10. So it's well underpriced. You could crack it and regrade it if you want. It's a nice Japanese card. Probably has a very good chance at a PSA 10 if I've handed out a 10 to it already. And yeah, you might pull that for 30 bucks and it might be a true 10 inside the slab, right? And so you're getting a true 10 instead of 110 bucks on eBay. You're getting it for 30 bucks right here on the table if you get lucky on the break. It's not a bad value, guys, but I feel like you got to be told that because you won't bother looking it up. I can look it up for you, but that's a good value for whoever might pull that break. All right. Let's see if we can make one more gym break for you guys real fast. That Bowser's cool. One more. This is also a consignment. We need to put that C on it. I know it's consignment. What do you guys think of that? Darkrai no likey. Not a Darkrai fan. This is a lovely Celeste from Final Fantasy. It's really expensive, actually. Our Cardconomist graded version of it is more affordable. So, we don't do the cheaper price because we think it's a bad card. We do it to help it sell. I don't think it would be right to demand PSA pricing. So we try to be a little cheaper than PSA pricing. Here's Poker Master Sword. This is going to be $22 buy-in, 1 and 2. So we got 3 very interesting gym breaks now. We've got a Poker Zelda card. See that? Look at the back of it. Doesn't that look lovely? Poker Zelda. We have this Hololive Girl, $20, 1 and 2. And we have this lovely Darkrai, which is well underpriced. All right, just like the other consignment slab, you're getting a great price on this wonderful Squirtle Jigglypuff. Is Squirtle deck Jigglypuff? We need 8 more people in there. It's $30, okay? So some great options over there. How many spots left on the trade slab? The trade slab, let me grab that real fast for you. The trade slab is a surprisingly popular thing. It just keeps going off. 3 spots in the trade slab. So you can buy directly in there for $5. Or if you just want to get rid of some junk out of your bag, you can trade your unwanted cards to get into the trade slab. That's why it's called the trade slab. It's a bit of fun that way. All right, so we did it. We did the 2 packs. The 2-pack splits are running now, and the Bowser went off. Now we got to choose a new lightning break. The lightning break tends to be a certain price range, and it tends to be a card that I think will move fast, hopefully. Let's see if I can pick one out. Well, this is also a Rayquaza, but I'm scared to put it up there now that the other Rayquaza didn't do well. This is pretty stupid. No, let's see how this goes. What if we did a lightning break and it was 2 cheaper slabs? That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Maybe that would draw in a crowd because 2 slabs will have a chance to have a broader audience of people. All right, give me a second. Leafeon. That's the one we're looking at. Terrestrial Festival. So I just missed it. What are the pack splits? First edition Rocket, $82 a spot. And Roaring Skies, $14.50 per spot. Pretty good. Check my box for a trade, says Mr. Gunter. Are you Mr. Ivan Ramirez? What's the name of your box? I'm very bad at memorizing all the names. Let me check last sold on this, maybe. Ivan Ramirez. That's what I thought you were. We can definitely do that. Yeah, you got a whole box of cards, so you should be able to muster up a trade. What we like to target first are any holographics. We tend to go after those first. All right, so I think this Leafeon could definitely be a break. So, it is going to be Leafeon. Here he is. Look at that lovely Leafeon. And again, let me see if I can locate the cheapest one. I'm going to try that one more time. Year manufactured, 2024. Wait till they start manufacturing humans. That'll be a fun time. Flash Fire, such a nice set. Is it really? I don't know if I agree. So let's see. Some parts of it are nice. What is up with this yucky music, man? Okay, so it's going to be a simple 4-spot break with the 5th spot being the star spot. Okay. By the way, once again, it looks absolutely insane in this tag holder. Tag has, without a doubt, the best looking holder. Without a doubt, it's so clear, it's bizarre. PSA's got nothing on them when it comes to the quality, the glass-like quality of the holder. That's why Tag is doing so well. You see them moving up a little bit. What does Dubai chocolate taste like? Anyone? Dubai chocolate. I had some. Tastes like candy. I had some Dubai chocolate in Dallas, Texas when we went to Dallas, Texas. This card could easily be a hit in the live customs, which would spice up the live customs, wouldn't it? Makes you wonder if maybe we even should have a lightning break. I don't know. Yeah, we'll have a lightning break. It's not a big deal. Why not? I think the purpose of the lightning break, surprisingly, is to drag another break along with it. Because the lightning break, I didn't draw that lightning very well. The lightning break always has this star spot attached to it. So whatever it is that's not moving gets dragged along with the lightning break. That's why it's so interesting. The live customs doesn't do that, does it? Live customs is its own thing. Look at these big cards we just added to the table today, guys. Megalodios 10 and Solgaleo 10. This is Pop 27. It's a Lily card. We went with the last sold price of $450, but the actual cheapest buy it now for this card on eBay is $1,200. So ours is about 1/3 the price of that. It comes from a really limited poker set. I would know because I studied all the poker cards. So that poker set's, it's like, yeah, it's not like a normal print that was available to everyone. It was like a promotional kind of deck, okay? Just so you understand that. That's why it's so rare, and it's going to end up being expensive. I know it will. I've got a couple of the decks, so I don't mind selling one. And then Megalodios over here, this is what? Look, they encapsulated it upside down. Isn't that fun? So this is going to be a Alpha Sapphire card, and it's just from 2015. It's 10 years old, kind of like the Mario poker cards. But it's got the Mega Pokemon on it, and I think that that's really fun because we're in the Mega era. So these are a Mega Pokemon card that maybe you didn't think to collect. That's Legendary Latios, and it's a nice PSA 10. What if you put random star spots in the live customs? Yeah, so we kind of do that. There's a card you can pull in there called 3 spots to the oldest slab break or something like that. So that does exist in there, but it's not so consistent. It doesn't pull all the time. All right. Mr. Ivan Ramirez says, host a trade for me. You got it, Ivan. Give me a moment here. Ivan trade. So, Ivan, what we're looking for are all your hollows. Let's start doing that. You did just get some hollows in here. It looks like you were opening those for a little while, huh? Ivan Ramirez, another baggie. Oh, so you were opening a lot of Mega Symphonia. Well, you got this Megalodios, too. Wow. Good deal, man. You've been getting lucky on those. Those are Pokemon Shuffles, Pokemon Hollows. What is this? This is One Piece. So you can trade these in. I don't value them that much. The Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm sorry, these shuffles here, I get them for free constantly. There's a couple people who just kind of give them up. Okay, and those are SRs. Good. So I was already doing that. I was already separating the SRs out. And here's some more. So maybe for a very large brick of the One Piece cards, we can do $5. But in general, I'm not trading much for the One Piece hollows. There's appears to be quite a few of them. And people are giving them out for free because they don't want them. There we go. I don't really think they're that gradable is a big part of the issue too, right? Like, I don't think... It just looks like a playing card. So it doesn't have the same pizzazz, perhaps, as some of the Pokemon cards. All right, let's see what we have here. Boo on the Bowser break. Hubby sent in for me to battle any unlucky competitor for the Master Sword. Oh yeah, the Bowser break was really cool. But you know what? We'll have another one of those in the near future. And so keep an eye on our channel because we'll be back with another one. But it will take months probably. That's the truth because grading is so slow. All right. So far, so good. I kept the Haxorus in your bag. I sleeved it for you. Guess maybe I treated it like it was a nice one or something. Let's see. Here's some EXs you might not want. Like, you might not want Electivire. I don't know. Here's some more, like Mablestiff. You may not want him. We accept the EXs similarly to the Hollows, but obviously they're worth a little more than a Hollow. So I understand that the trade has to be better if you're turning in EXs. Here is some Yu-Gi-Oh! Some XY era stuff. Yeah, Javier Arroyo, man, he's getting lucky, dude. I noticed that. I think I mentioned that when he pulled it. There you go. Hold on. Do 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 do. Boop 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 boom. Ski ba dee ba dee ba dee dee. Do 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 do. All right. Making sure there's no SRs in there. Real fast. We don't want any of your SRs. Of course, we accept those as well, but I believe the SRs might have a little bit of value. It is. Okay. When I grow up, I want to be as cool as Mr. Yes. What? Hey. All right, so that's what we're looking at here, Mr. Ivan Ramirez. You got this huge stack of the One Piece Hollows. It's not like huge, but that's what it looks like. And I don't know, maybe I'll give you a trade spot for those. I don't know how to deal with like the One Piece Hollows because, again, I get them for free, quite a lot of them, and I don't really know what to do with them. I don't think they're worth $5. All right, a bunch of Ivan Ramirez bags there. So there's that. Maybe that could be $5. And then you have this chunk here. It's pretty thin, especially if you actually remove the sleeves. It's not a lot of cards. So I would do $5 for this and $5 for this. That's a total of $10 going into the trade slab if you wish. You think about it. Let me know what you'd like. Nintendo needs to make a new Zelda already. Oh, we're getting one. I promise you, they're working on it. That's their moneymaker, man. Dubai Chocolate La Boo Boo. Flash Fire Pack Split? I don't have an open box of Flash Fire. I have a sealed box. What if you put random star spots in the live customs? When I grow up, Nintendo needs to blah, blah, blah. All right. Mister, can you do a Flash Fire Pack Split next? I'll keep the One Piece. All right, so we'll put the One Piece back into a bag. We are. It has value to me in mostly one way, the One Piece Hollows. They have value to me in the sense that they will reduce the weight of the shipping. So if we remove these two bricks, I don't have to order as much postage. Okay. All right, there you have it. Now, that was only the top half of your box. You have a lower half of your box as well that we can extract hollows out of. I'll throw these away. And this needs to go into some kind of baggie or something. All right, grab this real fast. So there is some hollows, and you take a spot in the tentacle. Some of the SRs can be $2 to $3. So the SRs have value. What do you think of the hollows? What's your honest opinion on them? Like, I offered him $5 of trade-in value for that stack of hollows. Do you think that was too low? Do you think that that was fair? Do you think that it was too high even? I've seen bulk company prices on trade in bulk, and they're pretty rough. Here's Ivan Ramirez. I don't really do anything with those hollows. I don't have anything to do with them, so they just kind of stack up. Worthless, says Aovic. That's what I figured, because that's the only explanation for why such a broad variety of people would hand them out for free. So it's not like just one person doing it. A whole bunch of people do it. They just say, yeah, just take the hollows. So here's 6. So that was my theory, is not to pay too much for them, because it's like, maybe they're like Korean Pokemon hollows. It's like, you know, they're a dime a dozen. Yeah, okay, so here's the tentacle. Very nice. all the way up to 6 out of 8. 2 spots remain. Feel free to make a trade offer for me for that card, guys. It's like 2 cents a card, worthless. 2 cents a card. So then 500. So you would need to trade in 250 of those. 250. And the pile we had in front of us was probably close to that. That was probably about 200 hollows if I had to bet. Yeah. They say, oh, I got a lot of bulk. Literally couldn't even give them away to players. Law. The players will say, oh, I got a lot of bulk if you try to give them away. That is so interesting. Yeah, see, I don't know that kind of stuff. It's nice to hear some perspectives that explain some of the behavior. I think we have a Mahasvara order coming up. Let's see what we got over here. All right, Mr. Mahasvara, he says, let's get 12 packs of the Ascended Heroes. 12 of them? All right, you got it, man. Let me grab this. All right. I think this will not be a mistake. I actually think we're very close to some kind of Ascended Heroes hit. That's how I feel about it. So let's see if you get lucky. All right. BT Pokemon is so back. Oh, by the way, Pokemon is so back. Now, what do you mean by that? Do you mean like with the quality of the trailer for the next generation? I noticed it looks cool. The graphics were good, and there's underwater, which is pretty interesting. I think that's going to be fun. The starters are getting a lot of positive sort of like memes made out of them. So I think people appreciate the angry looking green little bird. And then the doofy looking dog it does actually look like that Undertale dog. And then the last one, the Gecko's fine. People spending money again. Oh yeah, for sure. They slowed down in September. But the moment Logan Paul sold that card for 16.5 million, I knew it was gonna definitely boost the market. So we're in a market boost from that. But also it's tax return season, so people have some bonus spending money. This for a little while at least, they have some bonus spending money, and it'll probably slow back down again. We are all right, and the sets are so good. Like Ascended Heroes is awesome. People who sold off started collecting again. Yeah, you see that constantly. The market slows down and people run to sell. Like, oh, I got to get out of here. It's overpriced. People do that all the time with Pokemon, and it's constantly a mistake. Pokemon actually might be making a good 3D game. The world is truly ending. We are. Let's see. Yeah, well, their first 3D game was Sword and Shield, was it not? And then they had Diamond Pearl, which was more like an over-the-top 2D game, but with 3D graphics. And then Scarlet Violet just annoyed me so much. I don't know why I did not like Scarlet Violet. I really didn't like the open world. I guess they're probably doing open world again, though, so I don't know. Tax season, time to hit my baby mama again. Time to hit up my baby mama. I read that wrong, and it doesn't sound as good when you read it wrong. Okay, are you ready? So 12 of these, right? Is that what you said? 12? Oh, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Here's the Zekrom. Thanks, Mosvar. I appreciate it, man. Let's see what we got, guys. Tourly ending. Yeah, I saw the graphics. I thought the graphics looked decent. You have to remember, it's on a new console anyways. So as much as we like to beat up on Pokemon for like not making a good enough game, I think that the hardware constraints of the Switch has always made it more difficult to make a high definition game. Right? Like the Zelda makes it look easy, but they probably worked so hard on optimizing their game code and getting the graphics to load in a way that doesn't, overheat the computer and cause it to crash or lag. Well, now that you just have a stronger computer, you can just get away with quickly writing up more beautiful graphics. There you go. All right. The water looked decent. The rest looked like the same Sword and Shield stuff. Now, I saw a tree looked really good, too. People always talk about the trees. Now, I saw a tree looked really nice. It did. We'll have to see how it turns out ultimately, because it's not coming out for like a whole year. It's coming out a year from now, basically. So we got a long way to go. I'll be looking at Pokemon design most of all. I think that's actually the most important thing about Pokemon and always has been. So the design is very important. What new characters are we getting, and will they make any good ones? So you start out with an AR. That's not bad. The centering looks good. Fan Rotom. Fan Rotom's probably not my favorite. Okay, a little Spectre. We'll see if that's how the finished product looks. Cheaper to keep her. That's right. Cheaper to... What? Gotta pay alimony tomorrow. No! Here's Charmander. Alimony. I'm sorry, man. Dragonair. I'm sorry. Let's see. Here's Team Rocket Energy. Putting that there. And here's Skitty Solrock King Gambit. All right. How about a hit? How about a hit? One Fan Rotom's not enough. Skitty Fezandipity. Looking weirdly off center. Come on. Opening this set's pretty dramatic because it's clearly not a very cheap set. Here's Mega for Alligator. He's okay. To me, alimony's the biggest scam in the world. It is, dude. It's such a scam. I'm completely on the guy's side on this subject of alimony. I get what the point of it is. You know, like she was a at-home worker. She had children. Maybe she missed out on developing a career. Maybe she missed out on developing an education or something. But bro, it's like 2025. It's 2026. It's not the 1990s anymore. It's a different atmosphere now. There's a lot of work for girls. There's easy degrees for everyone. Men aren't obscenely wealthy, you know, like it's not like you're some obscene wealthy billionaire kicking out your old ugly wife and replacing her with the hot secretary. She might have cheated on you, or she might have been horrible or something. And then she gets to break up with you. You have to now give her a paycheck to sit at home, and she can go shaboink some other guy. So you're paying for her to go shaboink some guy on Tinder. It's so wrong in every possible way. And so I feel like it's time to re-examine the balance of, you know, divorce, what would you call it? Breakups, I guess. I don't know, like the splitting of assets, but also the responsibilities of the husband after the breakup to have to pay for the lifestyle of a wife who might have been pretty awful anyways. Here's Numel Totodile Executor. Oh, baby, one more pack. This is it. Woo! Guys should know how to attorney up with the prenup, but they might lose. They squeeze. To me, alimony's the biggest. What state are you in, G? You know, I hear about these problems all the time. Divorce is super common. It's 50% of all relationships. It's every other relationship is a breakup. So it's not a shame to have broken up. It's virtually everyone. 50%, that's like everybody. I mean, that's like heads or tails. So at this point, breakups are a common, pretty normalized thing. People break up. It's just part of being human to break up with people, you know? And if you break up with somebody, you shouldn't have to be this lady's slave now where she gets your labor now because she once was married to you. And then obviously you guys didn't get along, but now she owns you? Like what? It's just wrong. It's not the 1990s. She didn't have 5 children and skip going to school. That was the 1990s. Wow, guys, take a look at this. That was the 1990s. That was the 1980s, 1970s. That's how it was back then. This is not that time period anymore. We are. Ladies get hired the same way guys get hired. They get similar educations. We are. And guys aren't like making bazillions of dollars at their jobs. We're just normal people. How can we be a slave to a girl who was treating us bad, you know? And maybe sometimes it's the guy's fault too. I'm sure half the time it is, but my point still remains, even if the guy was a jerk, she doesn't own him after the breakup. It makes no sense to me. All right. That is a subject I'm very sore about. I think about it a lot. Mr. Mazvar, I'm getting you a bonus pack, okay, man? You're getting the bonus pack, okay? So I'm not going to make any money on this round because you're going to get a bonus pack in here. Appreciate you coming in every now and then, Mr. Mazvar. Let's see. Oof. What state are you in? Guy should know. Thank you, mister. No problem, man. Now, if you had pulled well here, I'd have been like, you're all good. But let's get you the bonus pack this time. All right. Yeah, these Ascended Heroes aren't perfectly easy to get a hit in, are they? We've seen some rough openings. Like, we've seen Diane Bailey. She opened a pretty decent chunk of these, too, and she got a lot of misses as well. Yeah, that was pretty cold. Women 100% pay. I think that you got to be fair is all. That's all I'm asking. And I think there are scenarios where it is unfair for the men. I don't think it's always the case that it's strictly, you know, the lady taking advantage of the man. Sometimes a woman does really give up a lot of things to stay home and raise kids for him. And then he just kind of dumps her on the side of the road. Oh, you know, I got this blonde secretary. You know, that's where these rules came from, in my opinion. The rules were created to punish men who do that kind of stuff. Like, you're not going to get away with that. You can't just make her work for you, give up her youth, give up her attractiveness or whatever it might be, have her raise these kids for you, and then dump her on the side of the road and you get to have a hot new girl. So that's why we created those rules. And it is that way sometimes. And if it is that way, I think she should get paid out. But the problem is there's a lot of normal guys who don't have some super high paying job. They're just normal guys working like $40,000 a year, maybe less. And somehow you can get into this setup where it's like, now you got your man working for you and you can go just have no responsibilities. Maybe you had like one kid or something, or no kids. You never know. All right. But those are my feelings on the subject. Here it is, Mr. Masvar. I think it's time to renegotiate those rules. That's what I'm saying. It's time to look at them again. We're living a new time period. Let's see. If guys get the raw end of the deal very badly, the problem with that is eventually no one marries anymore. And that's not good for society. Marriage has to feel like it's not going to just bend you over. You know what I'm saying? Marriage, it has to feel like it's worth it. And I think this is one of the biggest sore subjects for men, is how bad the divorce is. So men are just deciding not to marry. And that's a bad thing for society. It's not a good thing. Can we create a new bag for you? I think we're creating a new bag. Oh, you said it right there. I'll need a new. Okay, good. So let's get a new bag for you. Yes. All right. Yeah, marriage has really changed over time. In the past, a man married a woman and she was like his woman, right? Divorce was not expected. And she was going to kind of cook, clean, and serve him, which sounds terrible. I know we're in the future now. That sounds like so unequal and sexist and terrible. But a guy valued that kind of thing. That was like, ooh, this is nice, you know? And then she would raise the kids and get pregnant and all that stuff. And he would come home and she would get a credit card. She can go shopping with the credit card. So there was kind of like this marriage contract between the man and the woman where you both got something. Now, I don't think it's as clear what the guy is getting. He doesn't know why he's getting married. It's not clear. He's like, you know, well, if we're perfect equals and my job is to go to work and then raise my own kids, and your job is to make considerably less money than me and, you know, not really do much else because that would be sexist, and then take half my stuff when you break up with me, that's just a bad deal for me now. I can, you know, he can run around with any girl and do that without marriage. Marriage not necessary. So what's the trade? What's the marriage contract now? What is the driving motivator for men to take on the risk of being married? We are. I'd say it's much rarer for a woman to pay 34 in my second and last marriage, but I'm sure this one's the right one. I was young and dumb the first time. Yeah, I feel you. You know, I had a bad relationship where we thought about getting married because we were together for a while. We were together for years. So I had a long-term relationship fall out. And I guess for me, I was lucky we didn't rush and get married because it would have been a divorce. But I was unmarried. Maybe poverty saved me that way. We were too poor to get married. So, but I had a long-term relationship that fell through and I learned a lot from it. And yeah, it's just part of life. You know, you break up, you get together, you say all the things. Oh, I love you, baby. I'll never break up with you. And then you're killing each other later. You're like, I got it. We got to break up. Pat Gibbs, one spot in the trade slab. You got it. It's just part of life. It just happens, you know. Yeah, you ready? You grow apart. You discover your true identities, or the honeymoon phase ends, all that stuff, right? Or it turns out you're just a really nasty person. Some people are mean. Some people don't get along with others very well, and all of that contributes. There it is. Made it back before the end. My headphones ran out of battery. Lock in. Hello. I'd say it's much more rare for the woman to pay. That's already happening. I know a lot of couples with kids, house, etc., not married. Yeah, and so that's what I was saying. Guys are just choosing to avoid the marriage because they're concerned, this is just going to end anyways. Why bother risking paying for a marriage, paying for the license, and then paying for, some 40, 50, 60, $100,000 divorce lawyer later? Yeah, you might save a little bit of money on taxes. Yes, you can file your health insurance together. But the flip side is you pay for a $100,000 divorce lawyer when you break up. So what's the gain? What's the bigger gain? The marriage, is that the bigger financial gain? Or is the divorce lawyer avoiding him? Is that the bigger gain? You know what I'm saying? Because it's so easy to break up when you're not commingling with a marriage license held over your head by the government. You just say, your stuff is your stuff, my stuff is my stuff, get out of here, we're broken up. You know what I mean? That's easy. All right, so I think we're all out of orders. We're approaching 3 hours now. We had a great stream. Mr. Mahasvara, thank you so much for the exciting round of Ascended Heroes. You got a free pack in there, which brought the total price down a little bit for you. But it was unlucky. That was an unlucky round of the Ascended Heroes. So we're still waiting to pull Gengar out of there. We wrote this down. We're looking for a Gengar. Wait, that's the Mega Sub list. We're looking for a Gengar pull. Ascended Heroes, the hits, clip-worthy. So if you guys want to know what's clip-worthy, Ascended Heroes right now is very clip-worthy. Naruto tops 1 of 1s. That's another thing we're looking for. We got to recap today, we got these brand new gym breaks. Okay, some fun there. We've got the trade slab with 1 spot left. Nice. We got this brand new lightning break. It's this beautiful Leafeon. It's a 1 in 5 with the star spot. Nice. We got these pack splits. They're started. There's 1 person in each of them. A whopping, very pricey, this is a premium price, Team Rocket First Edition pack and a Roaring Skies pack. So there they are. If you enjoy pack splits, there they are. 2 of them. 1 that is affordable and 1 that is fairly unaffordable. All of those are done. The Bowser break is done. It's over. The Bowser poker break was really cool, and I'm not surprised he's done. He was a pretty affordable one. Another star of the breaks, you got to consider this Jigglypuff because it's a very good value. I'm telling you it is. You don't have to believe me, but I know that it is. Because I do a lot of grading. I know how hard it is to grade things 10. That's a 10 Jigglypuff. The binder break now has its first person in here. The binder break's kind of fun because it's like musical chairs. You run out of time to get in here. It goes off when the 4th person jumps in. And you can see already how thick it is. So it's a pretty thick pile of cards. And it just starts out with this beautiful Kingdra. It's got some nice vintage, some nice classic collection like War Turtle in there. Of course, it has these vintage poker cards. I'm the Poker King. Where you just call yourself the king of things. So I got a lot of poker cards, and that means I got a lot to share with you. Metacam, and then just some bonus stuff down at the end that we added in this one stream. We'll be adding more in the next stream. I hope you guys join us for the next stream. It'll be the evening stream for Monday. That's the recap. So we'll see you guys in a couple hours. I'm going to go kick my feet back and maybe work on that PSA submission some more. I'm getting real close to posting that. Everyone else's cards are in it. I'm working on my cards in it at this point. Oh, and the Jumbo Pack break. The Jumbo Pack break, it's way overloaded. We just added yet another free pack to the Jumbo Pack break. Ready? Black, White, Victini. I like that too. Black, White, Victini. Number 3. Black, White, Victini. All right, I wrote down Black, White, Victini. Yes, clip-worthy moments. We're looking for clip-worthy moments. Obviously, anything expensive and cool, but like, here's some stuff you could really target. Order it on the website, but you can do it later. Sorry. Let me just see what it is. Mr. Tyler, 2 minutes ago, and he is ordering what, some shipping? Shipping, new address. I have like 10 or more slabs. Well, Mr. Tyler, I tell you what, I'm going to stick around and do it right now because then we can get this to Alexis. She's coming in. All right, it's a Tyler Ferbert, but you weren't in the TY box, so that means you don't have a bag. Is that right? Is it just slabs? Did you have a box? Is that what that means? Trevor Carpenter's got a bag. New address. I'm going to go into contacts. Oops, that's not right. No bag, just slabs. Perfect. So I'm going to print you a label. Did you guys have fun in the stream? What did you guys like about it? What could I improve about it? Okay, we're deleting this. Okay, the old address is deleted. Now we're grabbing the new address. Very important to communicate that to me when you change address, guys. We once had a guy where we shipped his stuff to his old address. It wasn't good. Now I get to go watch the news and see about the Iran war and see what's happening next. Apparently, it's going to go on for 4 to 5 weeks. Wow. But I assume we're not going to stay in there indefinitely like we did with the other wars, because I think that would be so badly unpopular if we did that. No bags, just slabs. All right, let's see how this changes the address at all. It got, so when USPS rewrites the address, it gets rid of the letter R in the street address. Was that meant to be there, the letter R? It keeps the number 1, but it gets rid of the letter R, like a unit number. Just got my last package from you. I appreciate it. Oh, awesome, man. Right side. Okay, Mr. Any luck in finding the missing Zard from my bag? I haven't worked on the tag stuff yet, but I'm getting closer to the tag stuff. All right, let me hit print on this. All right. Ah, there it goes again, printing 2 labels. Why does it do that? Now we're going to say slabs. Cool, man. Thanks, everybody. I had a great stream. I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday. See you in the evening stream a little bit later. Maybe we'll have a giveaway tonight, okay? So I'll see you guys there. See you later, everybody.